All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Please let me know if you have any problem in the sound. Today, as you see, Muslims are like, I feel sorry for them. They are like a bunch of kids. They are desperate. They are trying to find a solution. How we can refute them? I mean, they have so many things we are incapable of stopping. They have Jesus. He's holy, he's wonderful, he's amazing. I mean, look, we are debating about Jesus if he's God or not, while we are debating about Muhammad if he's a child molester or not. They have Jesus, he is so good to the point, even if they believe in him as God, shouldn't we ask ourselves, I mean, how good he was to the point people thought of him as God? In the same time, we have a man, his name is Muhammad. He is the most perverse, awkward, most obvious false prophet. The guy he go to his own son wife when the husband is not there and he flirt with her. The guy he go after children to have sex with them. The guy was accused by his own companion of stealing a piece of clothing. The guy, even his family, they denied him, they don't want him. The guy who was born 4 years after his father's death. The guy he was bewitched and even his sex was not real. The guy have zero miracles. We cannot find any miracle in the Quran except the hadith, which is fabricated, obviously, because it's opposed in the Quran. And then the Muhammadan, in order to find a solution, they come to us supposedly with the questions which nobody can answer. Do you remember the hadith when the Muslim fabricated hadith that came to Muhammad and said to him, we will ask you 3 questions nobody knows save a prophet? Do you remember that hadith? And here you see the stupidity. A question nobody know the answer for it save a prophet, but they knew the answer, so all of them must be prophets too. Muhammadan, he is saying, he called himself Andaramidu Daka Galaxy. Hey CP, what about my question? You still did not answer my question yet. My question, can you show me even only one text in the New Testament that Jesus had made clarification or confirmation of the name we see in the screen? You would have Avi. You know, I don't know if the comment, if the text is clear for you. Let me see. Take off my square from. I think it's okay. So here you see the Muhammadan. He heard somebody making a challenge, and now how he can answer that. He cannot answer that. And even there's another Abdul, his name is Rohan. He said he cannot answer you. Obviously, there's no answer for it. You stupid son of Muta. When you say the name Jesus, you donkey, you just say that word. Do you know what Jesus means? Jesus is like a Latin version of the name Yeshua. Say Yeshua, you are saying exactly those letters. You know, I never found a Muslim, he is not dumb like his prophet. It looked like the second you became a Muslim or you are born a Muslim, not converted, it's like a curse. It is like a curse. So if we take those words, let me use different applications so we can share in the screen. Abdul, I love you, Abdul. You are the best of comedy for mankind. Let us use this application in order to be able to write in the screen. And let us make the shape different so we can have it. Okay, that's better. So those are the letters. Let us make them big so you guys can see them. And he is saying, okay, can we see those in the New Testament where Jesus said those words? Those are symbolic of the element of life. Actually, I look for a picture to explain those elements. Let us share this picture first. Give me a second. Well, I guess that is better. So you see, when somebody he says to you the name of God, the name of God, obviously people, they are ignorant. They do not know that the Jews never use a name of God. Why? This is an insult to God. There's no name can describe him. There's no name can hold him. There's no letter can make an image of God. So what we see in the front of us is that everything is coming to us, all the element of life is put together, it's coming from God. And then we look at the name of Yeshua, like we say Jesus, the Greek version of it. When you say the name Yeshua, what Yeshua will present to us? Each time you say the word Yeshua, you are saying that Jesus is the one who saved the element of life which is coming from God. You know, when a Christian, they say our Father, you know, our Father. Why they say the word our Father? Did you ask yourself what Father mean? Because everything is born of the Father. Everything belongs to him. And then the Bible confirms that everything made by him, which is Jesus, and for him. So now if we go to the name of the Messiah and compare it to the word or he is asking for, we will find the following. And I will switch now to the other application. Let us make it, this is too big. Okay, I think now it's fine. Let us give it a different color. I'm just, you know, setting up the word. Okay, we will use this. This will be fine. Okay. So if we look here, let me show you on the screen again. I just pasted the name of Jesus. This is the name of Yeshua. This is the real name of Yeshua. You know, Yeshua is a summarize. It's not really like the whole name, because it's, look how long it is. The same when we say, yeah, you see the first one in the top is we are saying Yahweh. That's all, you know. But this will be very long. Like some they say Yahweh, some they say Yahweh, you know. So the Vav can be pronounced as Wah, Yahweh, Yahweh. So this is the name of Jesus, you idiot. And you are saying to me where we can find this word in the New Testament. Where we can find this word in the New Testament. You know, those people, they are copy, paste people. They don't know what they are asking for. And if we go in the Quran, we will find even the same words is used. Like when the Muslim, they say Yahya. What is Yahya? Yahya is Yahweh. John, when we say John, this is Yahya supposedly. You are talking about Yahweh. When you say Yeshua, If you go to Luke as an example, chapter 1 verse well, give your people the knowledge of salvation. And you know what people do not notice when it says salvation by forgiveness of their sin, that is Yeshua. When the Bible say the word Jesus, that is salvation, which is Yeshua. And Yeshua simply is the Spirit of God who will come in the element, which we showed you already in the previous picture. If we go back there, so the Messiah, Yeshua, will save everything mankind has, and this is why his name is salvation. So the additional letter in the name, in the middle, you will see it is coming in the middle. Present the Spirit. It looked like a crown. So the crown of God, the Son of God, the Holy God himself will come to us inside the element in order to save the element. We are element of life. We are made of dust, water, we live by air, etc. So the element of life is going to be saved by the one who created the element of lives. So when you say the name of Jesus, each time you say it, even though we say it like in a Latin version, each time we say the word Yeshua, in fact, we are saying the name of the Lord in the real letters, which is pronounced, which is not really a name. You know, I say that it's in a name. For when God he appeared to Moses, this is what it says. You know, he said, I am who I am. This is a translation for what it's meant, which means everything is from me, everything belongs to me. I am the provider, I am the originator, I am who I am. And Jesus, he said that many times in the Bible. I am the living God. When we say Yahweh, we are just quoting or summarizing the Yud Hey Vav Hey. This is what Yahweh is. So when God in the book of Exodus chapter 3, he spoke to Moses, to him, I am that I am, is just a shortage of the sentence which we are talking about. Let us go back there. All right. So here we notice, you know, like even when the Jews, they have different name, Adonai, El-Shadi, El-Shaddadi, those Elohim. This is the same. It's a summarize of those letters. Vav He, Yud He, Vav He. And then when a Muslim, he tried to be smart, shouldn't he ask himself, how come we cannot find those in your book? How come we cannot find them one single time mentioned by you, Muhammad, and you claim, you see, Jesus, he said, I came to complete, not to destroy. So Jesus already, he agreed with the previous, for he is the one who sent the previous. Not need to repeat. He himself, his name is the name of God. Then the question is, as long as the Muhammadan, they are asking, how come we cannot find this, which is false, we prove you wrong. Each time Jesus says, I am, he is saying those letters and saying, I am that I am. And the name of Christ, which is manifesting in those letters, is additional proof of who is Jesus and what his nature is. So when you see the the Hebrew name of Jesus, which is present in the letter YHS VH Yud He Shin Vav He, and sometimes people pronounce it as Vav, like big Vav and small, and Wah, WAH. You get the name Yud He Shin Wah He, which is shortened of Yeshua or Yeshua. What does that mean? He save. The divine name of God, which is with the Spirit of God, is going to save the element of life. For all element of life is coming from him. So this is the question of an ignorant Muslim, but it's useful for us because it comes to a new topic. We need to ask the Muhammadan where we can find those letters and those words in the Islamic religion. Actually, we can find them in the name of Zechariah. We can find them in the name of John, as an example. Muslims do not know that they are there. But Muslims, they have 99 names. None of them is this. Why? Because Muhammad is a thief. He do not even know what the names mean. What you expect from a thief? He hijack what people have before. And now because he is not there, he have to make himself, he have to find himself there. But he made the biggest mistake. Each time Muhammad, he used the word El, he got himself busted. Emmanuel, we know what Emmanuel mean. We find Jibreel, believe in Mikael. Like what Mikael mean? What Yahya mean? What Zechariah mean? The idiot Muhammad, he copy names. They are against his religion. Ishmael. All the names Muhammad he stole, they are against his religion. And they don't fit with the name of his God. Not a single time the name of the God of Islam appeared to be Yahweh. Not a single time Muhammad even quoted the name of Jesus correctly. Yud He Shin Wah He, Yeshua. Because he's an idiot. And even the Muslims, they agree and they say that the Prophet was illiterate. And you know, if you go in the Quran, you will find that the illiteracy in the Quran explained as the one who do not know the book, not the one who do not know how to read, how to write. Muslims are ignorant as usual. You see, we use their books to get them busted with no mercy. If we go to the stupid Quran, we will find the following, and you will see how and why we laugh at the Muslims' understanding of their own religion. If I type the word Ummi, oh, let's switch to Arabic. If we type the word Ummi, you will find the way right away the Quran giving us the options. Chapter 2, verse number 78 said, from them who know not the book. Do you see it? So even the stupid Quran is telling us what illiterate mean. Illiteracy is not about not knowing to read and write, as the idiot they say to you that the Prophet was illiterate. No, he is illiterate. He do not know the book. He's a donkey. And what you expect from a donkey who become a teacher? A guy who do not know how to write, how to read. He became a professor in Harvard University. And there are among them illiterates who know not the book. Illiterate. This is the Gomai. Muhammad is stealing another word from the Jewish scriptures. If you go to chapter 3, verse number 20, it says, So if they dispute with thee, say, I have not submitted, I have surrendered to Allah. And so have those who follow me, and say to the people of the book, and those who they are illiterate. Do you see it? Ah. So who is the people of the book? Why we are called people of the book? Because we are not illiterate. Do you see it? Guys, you understand what I'm saying? So the Quran divide the people in two kind. There is the educated about God, and this is why we are called the people of the book. You see, Muslims are not people of the book. They are people of the donkey Muhammad. And those who they are unlearned. In fact, in Arabic it says wal ummiyin. Those are who they are illiterate, the Gomai. Illiterate about what? How to write, how to read in the world, except the Christians, the Jews. That's impossible, right? That's stupid. They are illiterate about God. So when an illiterate he come to us to challenge us, we laugh at you because we are called, even in your stupid book, the people of the book. Do you see it, Christians? We are the people of the book. In their book. And they are the people who they are unlearned about God in their book. Do you see it? Now, you know, the Muslims, they made a comment before I forgot. They said, why Christian friends don't call like those Muslims? And you coward, you're liars. Give me any Skype of any Muslim right now. Mimi Hijab, I'm the one who called him. He hung up on me 8 times. He did not let me ask one question. The video is there. I called him. He don't dare to call me. Give me the name of any of your favorite scholars, or you call them scholars. Give me his Skype, and I will call immediately now. If you are a coward, you say, I'm not going there. I'm not one who's calling you. I will call them. They don't call me. Give me their Skype, and I will call immediately. Who is the coward? Refuse to call me and refuse to let me call him. And if you say to me, why you don't go to their life? Well, we know what will happen if we go to their life first. I am not David Wood who take Christian to Muslim channels. They can be their life, and I can be here, the Christian, so they will not be abused, and they will be muted, and they will be text banned. And the Muslims, they can stay there, no problem. People want to hear the conversation, not the text. Let me call. Give me your Skype. They are cowards. You dare to debate me, face it. All of you are a bunch of little tiny children like Aisha. And all of you make excuse. We will debate you face to face. None of them says even dare to call us. Face to face, all of them, they want to debate me face to face. Because they know I don't go anywhere. So listen. Now, as long the Muslims, they came to us with such a question, why the Muslims cannot explain to us why we cannot find those. We find all kind of stupid names. As an example, Allah is the believer. As an example, Allah is the deceiver. I mean, what kind of God you call him the deceiver? Look what this Muslims said here. Rohan, he said, CP, no Muslim scholar want to talk to you, but if you want to talk to them, go in public. The son of Muta, Uthman, just 2 questions. You too. Why don't call me? So you say face to face because you know I don't go anywhere, because you know that all of you are Muta boys and you don't have legitimate father. Otherwise, a person with faith, he don't care. Why I need to go there for what? People will laugh at me anywhere I go if I am stupid. But because you know you cannot make it, how come you ambush the apostate prophet? You don't ask him go face to face. What about you do the same to me? I will tell you, you don't have legitimate father. Your father is the devil. You are intimidated. When I called Mimi hijab, right away he started playing videos for. Did you say that? Because he was afraid of a conversation. He will not even let me breathe because he's, and not only that, he put the computer, which is he's using to use the speakers far away from his microphone, so the audience will not hear my answer. We don't trust Muslims. They are cowards. He put them. He put this. Imagine the microphone in front of him is at the end of the room. This is done on purpose so nobody can hear my answer. So if I am not going live in my channel, nobody will hear what I said. This is the plan. No, I don't fear them for killing. They are chickens, because if they want to kill, they can come to a bunch of cowards, sons of Mut'ah. And those who they are debating in the street, they are not the one who will kill, my friend. Those are potatoes making money. I mean, life is good for them. So when a Muslim, he come with a question and he is challenging us, we laugh at you. We have a bad audio. I don't know what's happening. How many of you is having a problem with the audio, guys? It's fine. Maybe in your side, you know, territory, maybe YouTube is not doing good. Who is a Muslim is willing to call me right now from those who call themselves sheikhs? Forget about those potatoes. They don't dare. They are slow. They are so small, so slow. But have you ever heard of one of them is not slow? They mentioned three names in the chat. Why? Okay, give me their Skype. I will call them right now. Is that fair? This is my challenge for you, Muhammadans. It keep cutting. Let me see if I can do. I don't know. We start now the event. I don't know if we can go to settings to see what is the problem. Okay, I don't know. Let us see here. It is fine. Okay, maybe if I take this off it, is it better now? I know. Let us see. Look like there's an option for echo. I took it off. Maybe that one was causing a problem. You know, I don't trust Muslims, but I trust my Lord. And you know, for me, I never, you know, they fear death. Allah will send a shaitan, he will send a snake, and the snake have 90 heads, and they will go inside their anus. They are the one who fear death with their superstition God. Well, if the sound is not good, I can end this event, and we can maybe tomorrow. What we can do? What we can do? Uh, uh, Forgiven. You see, let me. Okay, let me. He said, did they show you the anger of those people? Okay, Mr. Forgiven. You are talking about trust. Can you trust a God who said, if a man he find his wife, if in his neighbor, he had 4 witnesses to prove that she was, if in a neighbor, do you trust such a God? Isn't it obvious this God is telling you, go so the neighbor can finish and go in peace? And you are talking and about trust. Let us talk about trust. Your stupid God, he trusted the Jews to protect the Torah. Is that correct? And the word trust mean believe. Hmm? Mean what? Mean believe. Your stupid God proving to us again that he cannot be God. Because if God, he trusted somebody, that's mean this God, and this person was not trustworthy, that means this God is that he trusted the wrong person, and this is a proving that your God do not know the future. Because if your God know the future, he should not use the word trust. Do you see it? People, do you see it? The clear evidence that Allah is not. He trusted the Jews. You see, when I say I trust you, it's mean I believe in you to be trustworthy. If I am God and I can see the future, and then the Jews they are not trustworthy, then who's the stupid here? So Abdul, your God been screwed by the Jews. They gave him a big finger according to the Quran. Allah, he trusted them. The Jews gave him the middle finger and says, ha 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 ha, ha. This is for you. You gave us the protection for your book, you idiot. Don't you know we are not trustworthy? So I feel so bad for your God, for always he got the middle finger non-stop from the Jews. And here you ask yourself, Allah, he trusted the Jews for protection of his book. Did he trust the Muslims for protection of this book? If yes, how you explain what Yasser Qadi said, there's holes in the narrative. How you explain the hadith where the Sahaba, they found only one person only. He have the Quran. He found the chapters of At-Tawbah only with one person. Nobody saw before. Found it only with one person. You know, the funny is, in this religion, in order to prove what is called like adultery, you need 4 witnesses. But this guy, he found verses only with one person. Only with one person. And here you ask yourself, listen carefully. When the Muslim, they say that the Muslim memorize the Quran, they do what? They memorize the Quran. Okay. And all of them, they memorize it. Okay. So how come only one person memorized those verses? And when the Muhammadan decide to collect the Quran, the Caliphate, he says, How dare you to do thing which the Prophet has not done? What the heck? The Prophet himself never collected the Quran. The Prophet never ordered to collect the Quran. And the proof in front of you. And this is Sahih Bukhari. It was a person who suggests, let us collect the Quran. And he is not even from, you know, like the high rank. He was a scribe for Muhammad. He was just like a servant. So this guy, he started looking for the Quran, trying to collect the Quran. And this is proven to us that Islam is really a fraud. They say to us, Uthman, but the story in front of us, we see Quran, it was Abu Bakr. And then it was Umar. And then left with Hafsa. And then continue with Uthman. If we read here with us, it says, he found with Khuzaymah 2 verses of Surah At-Tawbah, which I had not found with anybody else. Okay, guys, the sound is cutting out. I'm going to finish my stream. Thank you very much. What we can do? We talk tomorrow. All right? I mean, what I can do? People, they complain and they keep complaining and they keep complaining. Let me see in my phone. Is really my voice cutting off? Let me see. I want to see is this really it's happening. Rohan, son of Muta, the one is running is you. What about you? Call me. Do you like to call me? Actually, the sound on my phone is very good. Why you guys are and my phone is perfect. Who is a Muhammadan would like to call me? Let us see who is running away. I stay in YouTube for 5, 6, 7 hours, says who dare to call me? And the second I leave, the Muslim boy. Who of you dare to call me? Here we go. Let us give it a chance. Let me make a link for calling. Only Muslims. Okay? Only Muslims. Here we go. Who wanna call me? Go ahead. And now we will see who is running. Let us see. You know, the Muslims, all of them, they are good in diving, but they live in the desert of Saudi Arabia. Right? Okay, let us see. Here we have a guy, his name is Aziz. Let us see Aziz. How to add those people. No, I'm trying to add this person. How to add him? And to add. Can you hear me, Aziz? I don't know how to add him. Shall I bring him here? Copy paste? No. Oh, I think now I found me. Hello. And here we go. When we get a Muslim, it turned to be as a donkey. Here we go. Let me kick you out. Potato. Like your prophet. Okay, we have another one. Hello? Hello? 654. He's gone. Where is the Muslims? Where is the heroes? Potatoes. People are laughing at you. Look at you. You became the joke of everybody. Hello? Hello? Okay, look like all of them are just a bunch of kids. Let us remove you. Until now, we did not find one Muhammadan there ready to call me and, have a discussion of an adult. Aisha, Aisha. Where is the brave Muslims, the Mujahideen? Look, you want to talk about non-issue, but don't want to talk about real issue. Okay, call me and talk me about real issue. Go ahead. Salvation? What salvation? Islam, there's no salvation. The Quran says, وَمَا مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا وَرِدُهَا, not go to hell. Yes, Mr. Jahaz. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Okay, let me kick you out then. Trying his best, but it's not working with him. Hey, Rohan, why you don't call us once in your lifetime and speak about the real issue? Is Rohan is the same guy as Safaraz? This guy, he keep talking about salvation. Okay, Rohan, he gets saved now. He go to heaven, and now Allah, he made his penis in bliss. Is that the salvation, or this is the penalty? This salvation of penis. I mean, imagine your penis is way too. I love it when a Muslim speak about salvation. Rohan is a girl. Aman Rabbi Aman. I will convert to Islam and get 4 Rohan every day. 4 in the morning, 4 for noon, 4 for snack, 4 by evening. As long as you have money, and then about the money, no problem. If I convert to Islam, you can imagine how much donation I will get from the Muhammadan. Man, they will go crazy. Christian prince converted to Islam. Unbelievable. Donation will come like rain. So what I will spend their day getting 4, divorcing 4, getting 4, divorcing 4, getting 4, divorcing 4, non-stop. Unbelievable. What is the link for Momo getting what? It's moved. I did not see it. Exactly. I will be very rich. Imagine. Somebody is asking me why we cannot find your books in Amazon. Those Amazon, there's Muslims in Amazon, they keep playing games. Suddenly you see my book disappear, like Quran and Science and Depth. People cannot find it. They contact this and then they take it down again. Oh boy. What is the link for Momo? Well, first, they are not jinn, my friend. I mean, this Muhammad is a stupid. They are a bunch of black people, black men. They start they rode Muhammad, and then you ask yourself, I mean, look at those stories, man. The Muslim, they claim that they are genie. I mean, genie, black genie. You know what? Name for me one thing about this guy Muhammad is not so weird. You are a prophet of God, and now a bunch of naked black men are riding you until you are so tired all day long. That's hilarious. Do we have any Muslim here would like to say anything? We have Ultimate Fart. I don't think this is him. I think this is somebody else. Ultimate Fart, he will never dare to call me, because he will say to me, I don't accept hadith, and then we will laugh at him. Hello? Here we go. I know. We will let you speak for a second if you are just making like a stupid thing. So what the point of this? Here we go. He's like laugh. Stupid. They have no life. Guys, we got it. The mic is in and off for a people. If you don't like it, let's leave. Don't complain about the mic. Announcement. If you don't like the out, leave. I mean, you are being so annoying. Come on. People say, okay, what we can do? Shall we stop? Leave. If it's annoying to you, just go. What we can do? Oh. Do we have any Abdul? Who is a brave Abdul? He have the courage and the knowledge. I have a problem, brother. Brother, if I find a man with my... Shall I go, brother, and look for uh, a witness, brother? Hmm? Brother, what I should do, brother? Any Muhammadan? Is it true I need to find four witnesses, brother? What about... Oh boy. Uh, I'm typing in English again. Brother, this is Sahih, brother. MashaAllah, brother. Said, he said to the Messenger of Allah, what do you think? What do you think? If I find with my wife a man, should I give him some time until I bring four witnesses? The Messenger of Allah, the wise, the most ultimate wise, he said yes. Yes, brother. So now you enter the bedroom. You find a man in the top of your wife. You know what to make you more happy? You're of the man. Forget about he is in the top of her. And then you say to the guy, hey, listen, brother, please do me a favor. Don't finish fast, okay? I need to go and find four witnesses. The Abdul who is effing your wife, he will say, sure, man. What are you talking about? I'm here, friend. This is what friends for. Look, I F your wife, and I will wait for I mean, it's fun. She's good. Trust me, she is good. I'm willing to stay here until tomorrow. Oh boy. and the Muslims are worried about salvation. Actually, a Muslim, he said, well, in the Bible it says you have to have two witnesses. Abdul, well, he is first. He is a one more. That will be easy. I mean, any one of the neighbors, he saw the guy getting in when the husband is not there, is a proof. In Islam, you have to find both, not only naked, not only doing it. You have to see the penis of the man out. How in the world you can see that? I will make it simple. Muslim women, they can just sit in the top of the guy wearing their skirt. Nobody will see anything. Which means even if you get 1,000 witnesses, they witness nothing. There's a story, four guys, they saw a woman if in a man, or the man if in the women, whatever you want it. Three of them, they claimed they saw the penis going in and out. Number four, he did not see it. He saw the legs of the women, the feet around his head, like what the hadith is saying. The caliphate, he did beat them, the four of them. Why? Because there's no proof. Somebody's saying what? What is the proof of that? Proof of what? What do you mean proof of that? Huh? What the proof of that? We have a guy, his name is Muhammad, but mostly he's a fraud. But let's see. Hello, Muhammad. Hello. Okay. Obviously, Muhammad is a fraud. You know what? To avoid, in case you want to call me, you have to open your camera at least before you go live, so I can see that you are real, and then I will let you go through, because I'm done with kids. So any Muslim want to call me, you have to open your camera. I have to see you, and then if you are a scammer, then I will post your image in the video, so everybody will laugh at you. Is that fair, guys? This way we can avoid, you know, kids. Well, so what happened now? The Muslim, where is the Muslims? What happened? Hey, Muslims, the guy here need to 4 witnesses. We need 4 Muslims to call so they can help him. You know, in the time, like I wish at the time of the Prophet Muhammad, there is like a Viber or WhatsApp, or, you know, like you can text people, hey, can you come? The guy is if but no, this is like old days. And you know, those Bedouins, houses of each other, they are far. It's like the neighbor is next to you. I mean, the land is open. The land is open. You know, the Bedouin, they live like, even the guy, he put his tent here, the neighbor, he put his tent like 300 meters away, so they can have privacy. So how in the world do you want to get 4 witnesses? Man. And the Prophet said yes. Who wants some coffee? This is why Muslim women, they never cheat. They never cheat, man, because their husband cannot even get them busted. You know? And all of this because a man, he slept with Muhammad's wife. So Muhammad, he changed the order in the beginning, and he made them 4 witnesses. He waited for 30 days after the accusation to see how many total witnesses there is, and to see if his wife, she will bear a baby from the one who slept with her, because Muhammad cannot have kids. So after 30 days, she have her period. So now the first concern is gone. The second concern, he was checking carefully how many witnesses they have. There is 4 witnesses, but 3 of them are men, and 1 of them is a woman. She is from the family of his wife. So what Muhammad did, he changed the law of Islam from 2 witnesses to 4 witnesses just to make it fit with his religion. The one who called himself Abbas, you have to turn the camera on before I put you in to be sure you are not a kid. Put the camera on you. This guy is showing his penis. Oops. Sorry, by mistake, son of Muta. His name is Abbas, showing his penis. You know, Muslims. Those are the Muslims. We ask them to challenge us. They call us and they show their penis. Be my witness. Hey, Muslim, do I need 4 witnesses for this? Oh, I have like 1,000 here watching the video. Cowards. Cowards. Like they're a prophet. Yeah. They have a penis god, a penis prophet, show us their penis. And by the way, you must be from those, like, you know, what you want exactly? Are you trying to tempt some men with something? You will tempt a lot of Muslims now. Guys, do you remember the hadith? He went to the caliphate and he complained to him because there is a gay imam praying and he is getting them tempted. Man, oh man. Look, I'm typing in English. Unbelievable. So Muslims, they came to the caliphate and they said, hey, caliphate, we have a gay imam and he is tempting us. You know what? I don't know what people say, but shouldn't you ask yourself, tempted if they are not gays themselves? Let us see. I'm trying to find the hadith. Here we go. And this is Sahih. How the gay, look. Chapter of offering prayer behind the man who is al-fitna, is a victim. Listen. Those Muslims, they became victims of temptation because the guy, he have nice ass. Can you believe it? Here you see the story. I went to Uthman ibn Affan while he was be assigned when he became the caliphate. And I said to him, in general, and you see what befitting to you. We are led salat by leader of al-fitna, between 2 brackets, trials, affliction, etc. You can use your imagination. And we are afraid of being sinful. Uthman said, salat is a prayer, you know, like the prayer is the best of all deeds. So when people do good deed like them. Avoid those bad deeds. As Zuhri said, okay. In our opinion, we should not offer salat behind an effeminate person unless there is no alternative. So all this drama turned to be that the Muslims are tempted by the ass of a gay. And the gay, you see, Islam is the first religion have a gay imam and the proof in front of you. They came to the caliphate, they told him this guy in Arabic, the word in Arabic mukhannath is a homosexual. They translated it as effeminate. The caliphate, he said, so what? What is the problem exactly? And the hypocrite Muslims here, they just admitting that they are tempted They are afraid to be sinful. And they are saying here he is causing trial, affliction, fitna. Fitna is lost. Muhammadan? Abdul, ya Abdul. Da, 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 dul. And then after I leave, the Muslims, they say, how come this guy, he don't call the scholars? Okay, give me their Skype, I will call them. Okay, give me the Skype of Zakir Niak. I challenge you. Give me the Skype of this kid, Uthman, the ketchup boy. I will call him right now. Anyone you want. What do you want? We will call immediately. You are the one is it of fight. Seek refugee from me? Okay, hold on. Rohan said, my brain is fine. Now, they told me, Rohan, that you are a female. Is that correct? Are you accusing your prophet to be stupid? According to your prophet, your brain is not fine. Here we go. Your prophet, he said, ناقصات عقل ودين. You have deficiency in your brain and in vision, and you will go to hell. Do you see it? Did you see it? So why you are saying to the Christian lady that your brain is fine? Are you really accusing your prophet to be a Shame on you. I'm really so disappointed of your statement. You betray Prophet Muhammad, accuse him to be a liar. So now you don't agree that your brain have deficiency? I'm so disappointed of you, Rohan. I thought always you respect your prophet and you agree with him. Today you don't. Hey Muslims, when you say is going to be used against you. You are speaking in front of a Christian prince. You are so slow, and you know who I am. And now they want to change the topic. I follow Jesus. I follow Jesus. And she follow Jesus. Here we go. You follow Jesus, but you go and have sex with your children? You follow Jesus, but you follow a man who go flirt with his own son wife, and then after that he F her? You follow Jesus, and then the man, Muhammad, he says a man can lie to his husband, the man can lie to his wife, and the wife can lie to her husband? You follow Jesus? Isn't it Jesus says the father of all lies is Satan? You're a potato. Anyway, somebody's asking a serious question. Muslims, where is your Allah? He's up, brother, up. You know, Muhammad, he asked the same question to the lizard. You remember the lizard story? He asked the lizard, where is Allah? The lizard says, up. You know, this man Muhammad, he is weird. I mean, he converted the lizard to Islam, but he could not convert Christian prince. And the funny is that the lizard is him. You get what? You get free reward. You get extra reward, sorry. Man, lizard. I mean, what? Type the word lizard. What you will find in Islamic books about lizard. Unbelievable. It was narrated from Sharik that the Prophet her to kill house lizards. Like, why? What happened? Because he was involved in the conspiracy of burning Prophet Abraham, peace upon him. You know, the lizard is very well. I mean, the first one to discover that lizard used to be dragon is Muhammad. I mean, if you look at the lizard, let us be honest here. Can we be honest for a second? Come on, come on. The only honest people in the world is Muslims. Come on, we know it. Uh, so since they used to eat lizard, what the heck? The guy, you eat him? Unbelievable. And then look at this. Look at this. Where is the hadith? Look at this, brother. It was narrated from Shu'bah, Faqih bin Mughira, that she entered upon Aisha and she saw a spear in her house. Aisha, she have a spear in her house. What she is doing with it? She said to her, "O mother of the believers, what do you do with this?" She said, "We kill lizard with it. For the Prophet of Allah told us that when Ibrahim was thrown into the fire, there was no beast on earth that did not try to put it out apart from the house lizard that blew on it. So Messenger of Allah commanded us to kill it." Brother, I don't know how many of you watch the movie called The Lord of the Ring. Do you know trees came to war, cats, elephants, cows? I mean, everybody joining the war, brother. So every beast in the world, in the earth, the fire on Abraham. Hey, Muslims, a question. Is that including pigs? That means pigs is a good guys. You just said every beast. Pig, he was trying to rescue Abraham? Like, what the heck? What about donkeys? What about frog? Cockroaches? Batman? Spider-Man? Everybody was trying to stop the fire except the filthy son of Mut'a lizard. You know what? From the first time I saw Mr. Lizard, I was suspicious about him. I look at his tail, I look at his prophet. I look at the tail, I look at the prophet. I look at the tail, I look at the prophet. And I say to myself, oof, the prophet is way more handsome. Somebody saying that the screen is a blur. The screen is a blur. Maybe your internet is bad. Maybe my internet is bad. I don't know. Maybe both our internet is bad. Let us make Quran. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His internet is bad, so is mine. Meme. Try to change your company and increase your speed. Him. If you could not change your company, meme. And if you could not change your company, neither say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. You can take a hike or hit your head with the beam. How will? Here we go, the chapter of beam. What the heck with this Quran? Anyone can make Quran. I can make Quran when I'm in the bathroom. No, not in the bathroom. I mean, bathroom is really nicer. It's more comfortable. Okay. Do we have any Muslim? Justice for baby Aisha over Muhammad. My friend Aisha, she was riding Muhammad. You see this, maybe in the beginning she was a kid, but trust me, at the end she was riding him. The guy, she was sleeping around. Okay, let me show you a story. Do you know that Aisha, she used to send slave girls she owned, so she can hunt youth to sleep with them? And this is reported in Muslim Sunni books. Let me show you the reference. Let us find the reference. Sunni website. I have no doubt that Aisha, she and I mean, look, the husband is so old, very old, and she is very young, and now she is a teenager. Huh. I cannot find it here. Let us find the hadith. Uh, I will find different version of it. This one we cannot find it too. But we should be able to find it here somewhere. Hold on. Actually, I have a video, as I can play it from the Sheikh. He is explaining how Aisha, she used to do that. Let us see. Well, I'm trying, each time we different version, but let us see this one. Go it in the English website. But maybe they took it off. Yeah, but I can show you the reference. Not in English. You can use Google Translation. Let us see. So what she do? She like put makeup and make young girls, look good, and she ordered them to go in the road, so we follow them, and then they will follow them to their houses. They will invite them, and they, Aisha, she owned many houses, and when they get in, they will find Aisha in the house. The reference you can read. This one here is good. Okay. You see, there's a website I'm trying to open. It's not allowing me to get in. Let us see this one here. Okay, this one will work. Bingo. We found it. And this is a Muslim Sunni authentic website. Let us open the link and give it to you. Use to translate that thing. All right. Use Google Translation to translate that thing. Do you have the website? The Muslim, he showed us something weird the first time. He is calling again, so I blocked him, or I took him off. Do you see it? Just use Google Translation. and I changed the Muslim to say I'm lying. The hadith says, Aisha, she decorated women, slaves. عن عائشة أنها شوفت جارية وطافت بها وقالت لعلنا نصطاد بها شباب قريش. Aisha, she decorated a slave girl and made her walk around, and she said, let us hunt with her some young men of Quraysh. And I believe at that time maybe she was old and she is horny, because Muhammad, he forbade his wives from marrying after him. I mean, what this guy is doing. Just get lost, man. This guy, he called me and he put the camera in his leg now. So do we have any Muslim here? Look, when a Muslim he speak about sin, what he say? What she say? Jesus, the final Adam, dying for your sin. Only Allah can forgive sin, and He does not need any human sacrifice for that. Well, Rohan, you got a point there, sister. Look like you are giving another finger to Allah. Let us go to the Quran. If Allah do not need sacrifice, so why He order you to sacrifice? Secondly, when you said only Allah forgives sin, let us see if this is true. Allah, He pray, asking forgiveness of the sin of Muhammad. Chapter 48, verse number 2. If Allah is the one who forgives sin, explain to us. May Allah forgive your sin. Allah here, it says fault. In Arabic it says dhanbuka. You change the translator, you will find that it is sin. Just change the translator. That's all. See? May Allah, that Allah may forgive your sin, Muhammad. Who's talking? And now when the Muslim, they say to us, where Jesus says, I am God, worship me, we can show you tons of verses from the Bible where Jesus said, go and your sin is forgiven. Guys, there is a Muslim, he is showing me the shin of Allah. Let us put him in this, here we go. This Muslim is showing us Allah shin. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We laugh at you, what we can do. All right. Rohan, are you there? If Allah is God, Allah is asking to forgive the sin of Muhammad. How that work for you? I mean, his leg looked like a leg of Aisha, honestly. She was very hairy. Actually, the name of Harry Potter is coming from the legs of Aisha. Like the writer of Harry Potter, he says, like, what our right, what the name. And then somebody called him, it was a Muslim female, and she saw the Aisha leg. And then, oh, bingo, I got the name. Also 17. I like it when a Christian try, to think with us and, like make their own opinion. So Scott here is saying, also in 17:11, tafsir Allah to have mercy on Adam. Sorry guys, my microphone fell down. I got excited. I hope did not make a bad noise to you. Give me a second. Okay. We hope the microphone is not broken? Did we broke it? Okay, now we have an excuse to collect donation. Brother and sister, takbir, Allahu Akbar. I encourage you, all of you, to make donations so we can buy new mic, because this mic was broken pieces. No, no, I'm just joking. It's not broken, it's working. Hold on. Takbir. We have a debate with the, if we can call it a debate with the David Wood. Not even half hour after, they went and make a video and they quoted the Quran. Who wanna give Allah a mortgage? Who wanna give Allah a mortgage and he will double it for him in heaven? Who wanna give Allah a mortgage? What the heck? It looked like if you give me hijab money, he is Allah. And the guy, he took advantage right away. Actually, David Wood, he made the guy rich, by the way. This Muhammad hijab was just a kid in the street. But thanks to David Wood, always, he do the most. I know people, they will get upset from me now, but this is the truth. Who is he? He will lend Allah a godly loan. Go. And Ali Dawa was reciting, and Mimi Hijab was reciting the same verse. Who wanna give Allah a godly rain, brothers and sisters? 100,000 Muslims leave in Islam a year. Donate for us, brother. We are the one who will stop that. The reason they don't debate me, because they cannot make a video like that after debating me to ask a Muslim to debate. People will stop donating if they debate me. They will lose their career. Oh boy. Okay, guys, why you are laughing? You know, I don't know. It's something fishy here. Look, people are laughing. Why you are laughing? Huh? Okay, I will tell you a story now. This is a true story, by the way. Once upon the time, a person, he made fun of me, of my look specifically. Do you know what happened? Second day, brother and sister, in the morning, Allah, he punished him and he made him look like me. The guy, he came to the mirror, he said, no, 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 no. And then I saw him in the street, and I look at myself and I look at him. I saw him in the street, I look at himself, I look at me, I look at him, I look at him, I look at me, and said, Subhanallah, I have a twin? He said, no, I am the one who made fun of you yesterday. I said, Subhanallah, Allah, he did revenge to me. Do you know the story of the guy who put miswak? Anyone remember it? The guy, he put a miswak in his anus, making fun of Allah tradition. Allah made him pregnant and made him deliver it in less than 9 months. And brother guy, he gave birth to a baby have an anus of a rabbit. Subhanallah. Rohan, I think it's time for you to go. You are just an idiot. Here we go. Let me block you. You are just annoying and repeating the same thing. Here we go. I just blocked you. Take a hike. I mean, even your prophet, he says you have half a brain. And I cannot agree with him no more than this. I'm sure the prophet, he knew the Muslim women, not Muslim, not the Christian women. You know, obviously he knew what he had. I mean, who is going to believe in such an idiot unless he have half a brain? ناقصات عقل ودين دين. Just forget about her, man. This way, no, she is seeking attention. You know, you see Muslim women in the street, they are wearing the hijab, and then she going through all the way the tunnel, and then her face is covered by 10 kilograms of makeup, and her lipstick is like a frying fire. And then you say to yourself, she is not seeking attention Man, I mean, come on. Wearing hijab. She is trying not to make men look at her. No way. And Muhammad, he said, uh, do you know that if a Muslim woman, she add a wig to her hair, Allah will curse her to go to hell? Oh boy. You add a wig to your hair, you are going to go to hell. Look, 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 look. I mean, all of those will happen to women, man. Look at this. Look, 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 look. And no, no, this one, Al-Musawwir. Al-Musawwir. Oh, it's getting more complicated here. It's really getting more complicated. Al-Musawwir. Look, 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 look. Allah curse the one who make pictures. Hey Muslim, do you make pictures? The funny here says the one who make money from prostitution. Don't you, Muhammad, make money from prostitution? Don't you? You make money from prostitution. The Quran says so. Let us see here. Allah. I mean, this God, he curse. Cursing. Aha. قوي قوي دار السلام قوي. This is strong hadith. Okay. Look at the cursing religion. All of this is cursing. All of this is cursing. Allah curse the women who they are crying and the one who listen to them. Man. Okay, look at this one. Allah, he punish the one who have their teeth separated. This one is even better. Abdullah used to say, Allah curse women who have tattoo done, and al-mutanammisa have women who have their teeth separated. They don't translate the one here. Why they don't translate it? You know, the one who take hair from her face, Allah will curse her. Man. Okay. And we have Mansour here. Mansour, where have you been, Mansour? Arabian prophet, why did your Jesus he call women a dog? Is that why God he talked to his children? Now Rohan, he is going because the Quran says, the Christian they say we are the children of God. Saying then why Allah he punish you? So you are against the Quran now. This is number one. Huh? Read with me carefully. The Christian they say we are the children of Allah. We don't believe in Allah anyway, but this is what the Quran is saying. Chapter 5 verse number 18. Say, well, if you are really beloved by Allah and you are his children, so why he punish you for your sin? So you stupid God Muhammad, he think, having calling yourself child of God, that will make you really a child of God. Idiot, what you can say. I mean, Muhammad, what do you expect? Muhammad is talking, and now you are doing the same. You come with the conclusion that when we say, you know, that means, we are really children of God. No, we are not. Children of God mean not literally that God he have sex with our mother and he have our kids. Child of God mean a person, everything in this earth, every human being, he will not be born. So we are children of God. However, those who follow other gods, like Muslims, the pagan Muslims who kiss a black stone, they are not children of God, period. Because in order to be child of God, you have to call your true God, you call him your father. And we will see that Muhammad never did that. However, the story you are talking about the women in the New Testament, you will see that Jesus he blessed her, and you will see that this woman she worshipped him. So, Mr. Mansour, what about you call me right now, and we will read the verse together, and you Muslim, you say to us where Jesus says I am God. We will read for you exactly the verses you mentioned. Is that fair, guys? Isn't it says I am God? Well, you know what, you stupid idiot. Your God, he called those who don't worship him animals. He called women half a brain, and they are worshiping him. It's in the Quran. So if you are against using certain words from God, well, God, he can call you. If you are a dog, he call you. You are a dog. You are filthy. You are a coward. You are a hypocrite. You are a liar. You are the devil. God, he described not. But this woman, she worshipped Jesus and she believed in Jesus, and Jesus himself, he blessed her. So why you did not mention that? Because you are a liar like your prophet. Now, Mansour, why you don't call me? We will show the verse from the Bible, and we will show what your prophet said in the Quran or in the Hadith. What do you think? Actually, you know what? There's no belief in the word respect women as Christianity. Why? Himself is born of Mary. Is that correct, people? The Messiah. You see, the Jews, they have the tradition of the woman. She is not, she is not equal to the man, etc. See in Christianity that the Lord, he can come without a woman. He can just appear between the Jews as a man, the same as he did first time with Abraham, right? We do not need a woman. But our Lord, he chose to come through a woman. Her name is Mary. And how much honor to a woman to be given than to give birth to the Messiah himself. And this is a refute all those who claim and they speak against women. Your prophet, he claimed that all sin belonged to women, if not Eve. Correct? This is your prophet words. If no Eve, no woman betray her husband. Well, in Christianity, Mary proved of your filthy prophet is wrong. Do we have any Muhammadan there to call us? They are just kids. I feel sorry for them. This Mansour, if we ask him, hey Mansour, can you tell us what Allah? Hey Mansour, what Allah? Guys, listen, just watch the comment. Mansour, what is Allah? I'm waiting. He will give you all the answers except the question. He will say to you, he's the creator. But say there's many creators. You did not even define who is God in the Quran. Who is God in the Quran? Is he the creator? The Quran says no. Because if he is the creator, then why he is saying there's creators? How a Muslim can define God? He cannot. In chapter 53, sorry, 35 says, if there is any other creator beside Allah. Right away, in the chapter after it says, أَتَدَعُونَ بَعْلًا وَتَذْرُونَ أَحْسَنَ الْخَالِقِينَ. Are you going to worship Baal and forsake the best of the creators? But he just admitted that Baal is a creator. You see, he is talking about what? Talking about Baal. And what the end? Allah is the best of the creators. So what the God of Islam saying, okay, Baal is a creator, but Allah is better a creator. The verse in front of you. So who is a Muslim can tell us who is Allah? Who is Allah? Don't use the creator because this will be funny. Allah himself agreed that in the Quran, that there is many creators. And if you want to say to me, no, there's no other creator beside Allah, that's mean Allah did lie and he exaggerate, glorifying himself by lying. Correct? If there's no other creators, and this is like just a statement, that is a false statement. God speak false? Muslims, do God speak false? If I say I am the best student in this room, but I am the only one in this room, so how you are the best student? Rohan, he answered, Mansour, real prophet, creator here, just those who create, not different gods. What the heck? Is that English? Hold on, I need to read slow. Arabian prophet, creators here is just those that create, not different God. What? Is those who create, not different gods? Oh, you mean they create, but a comma, not different. Okay, Abdul, create what? Mansour, they are creating what? Huh? You missed the point. Allah is AW. He's speaking in the way that he relates to common people at that time. Okay, at that time, there's people who create what? I'm going with you. In the time of Muhammad, people were creating what? I'm waiting. Go ahead. Think about it. You see, you even make it harder for yourself now because you said at that time. Solve the problem. I'm waiting. Mansour now is searching Prophet Google, peace be upon him. Go ahead. They were creating what at that time? Go ahead. Any Abdul wanna help? Mansour, you wanna call a friend? Okay, I will help you. In the time of Prophet Muhammad, there is somebody, he created lipstick. So now Allah, he is comparing himself to the one who created lipstick, brother. And Allah is so proud. Listen. He created lipstick, but I am the best of the creator. I know now women, they will laugh. They will say, look how Christian, my friend. It is. It is lips, steak, low. The English you speak is wrong. Here is the true English. I learn my English. I am the best of the creators. Peace be upon me. I just created a new word. What's wrong with you? So listen, Allah comparing himself to who and what he created at that time. Lipstick. Sure, you put it in your profile. Were you looking at the skirt of a woman's legs or something? I'm just wondering why your head was like in that, I mean, weird. You were like under the couch and the woman, she like took a picture at her or something. Where was your head? What is that? How, the Muslim, they say, you cannot compare Allah to anything. But look, this guy is comparing himself to everything. And he claimed that he is a creator and there is many creators. I see many people are laughing at Mansour. Listen, I promise you, you wake up in the morning, you will look like Mansour and you will talk like Mansour. Gibberish. Are you there, Mansour? Oh, now a Muslim woman, she is me her legs. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And she called herself in the name of a girl. Let me put you in the screen. MashaAllah. Okay, 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 MashaAllah, MashaAllah. That's wonderful. You look a great sister, Prophet Muhammad Aisha. So Mansour, where are you? Huh? I received once an email from a Muslim girl. You should see the email. I was dying. Christian Prince, so what if your voice is so sexy? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Okay? I'm telling you. It was very short email, to be honest with you. She did not give more details. But there was a lot of hate involved there. Arabian prophet. No, 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 no. You don't understand. This is meant generally, but also answer for pagans of that time who thought gods compete for their power of greed. He is the best because he is the only God. You stupid idiot. How he is the best God if he is the only God? Supposedly, it took all this time to write it. He was writing, deleting, writing, deleting, writing, deleting, fixing, and now he come with he's the only God. Okay, how he is the best of gods if there is no other gods? What the heck? Guys, I have to go. I'm getting dizzy now. This month, sorry, he make me dizzy. Sorry. Where's my coffee? It's to heat it. Each time I talk about my coffee is getting cold, they say to me, get a wife. What's wrong with you? Did I do something wrong to you? Are you trying to punish me or something? I'm saying my coffee is cold. What does this have to do with wife? What the heck? Are you saying to me that the wife is the best of the heaters? Let me heat this coffee. All guys, give me a second. Staying in the ground like for long, it's really hard. All right. Here we go. See, we do not need a wife. It takes few seconds. What's wrong with you? You want to destroy my future just to make some coffee? Unbelievable. Do we have any Muslim want to help Mansour? This guy is really in trouble. So Allah is the only God, but He is the best of the gods. And He is comparing Himself to Baal. Makes sense. And the funny is the Muslims in the translation they say idol, a well-known idol of his nation. That is so deep, man. That is so deep. Unbelievable deep, brother. I mean, what we can do here, what we can do, very deep. Uh, let us see. We have what? Again, Rohan. This is simply say to say that Allah is better because He is only God. That is even more beautiful. He's better than who? Rohan. I'm asking you. He's better than who? You see, I'm using your word, not my words. Correct, guys? Allah is better. Better than who? You just said that Allah is better. That means Allah is comparing Himself. Let us use here. I will use your comment, Rohan. I will use your comment as it is. All right? If you don't mind, brother. Let us go and put it in the screen here. Hold on. Better. Better than who? I'm waiting for the answer. Allah, then who? Then the pagan gods? That means pagan gods are good. Because the word better is something you use to describe something good, but this one is better. People, you see how poor those people are. They are trying to fix it. They make it even more horrible. Because if Baal, the idol, now you are saying Allah is better than Baal. Talking about who? Baal. Correct? Okay. Allah is better than Baal. Wonderful. That means but Baal is good, but Allah is better. Okay, hold on. Guys, he fixed it. Hold on. The guy, he just fixed it. He said better than idols. Did he just say that? He say better than idols. That's mean Allah is an idol. Because you just used the word better. It's you who use it, not me. It's on the screen. That's mean Allah is an idol. He is. You just admitted that your God is an idol because you are saying that he is the better and the best idol. You just compared your God to a stone. You just admitted that Allah is just another idol, but He is the best between them. In which way? So do you see how stupid this religion is? Trying to fix it. I don't, don't. I feel sorry for him. He is just trying to defend, and the more he open his mouth, the more poo come. The more he open his mouth, the more poo they come from the mouth. Anyway, I think we had enough for today. Some of you complained in the beginning about the sound. I hope the sound was good. And don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to make a comment. I mean, come on, after we make a video for 2 hours, nobody make a comment. Don't the topic deserve a comment from you? Don't you have a brain? I'm sure many of you are smart, very good, and maybe you can give a better answer than mine. And Muslims, you are welcome to make a comment. And don't tell me why I don't call the Abdul. You give me their Skype, I will call them. Or you call me, or what I would do more. So we want to say to you something very simple. Once upon the time, there was a prophet his name is Muhammadin. He was found in the Old Testament, but the Christian took his name and they replaced the name of Muhammadin, and then they could not find their prophet to be a prophet in their religion. They tried to make him a prophet in our book. I mean, the guy, he have 1,000 times saying, I have no ability to make anything. I have no miracles. I cannot do miracles. Confirming that. And then the Abdullah was Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad. Okay, Muslims, what is the prophecy in the Quran, Prophet Muhammad? Give me one. Oh, I forgot the coffee, guys. What's wrong with you? Nobody remind me? Unbelievable. Okay, half of my coffee is gone now. So I'm going to use my special Arab intelligence, and I will put the vacuum machine, and I will collect the steam and put it again in the coffee thing. You know the thing. That's better. So listen, Abdul. What is the prophecy of a prophet Muhammad? Maybe this should be our coming video. What is the prophecy of our I mean, seriously, what is the prophecy of? Look at the prophecy, brother. Let me show you one. Oh boy. Oh, we are typing in English. Brother. Zulkarnain. Zulkarnain, brother, he found where the sun set. He found it setting in the spring of a bloody, murky, hot water, brother. This is like in history. Nobody knows about it because all those people, they die. But subhanallah, Prophet Muhammad, he came and he revealed the uncovered discovery. Now we know where the sun set. Let us continue. And he found where the sun rise to. He found the sitting place of the sun. Look at this deep. Look. The sitting place of the sun, brother. Man. Hold on, we have Abdullah Rafiut here. Yeah, how are you, Abdullah Rafiut? Abdullah, don't speak fast, please. If you want me to keep you, don't speak over me, don't shout, and don't speak fast. Easy. Go ahead, Abdullah.
Okay.
How are you?
So yeah. No worries. So wait, why can't I hear like an echo? Do you have like headphones on?
What?
Do you have headphones on? Like I can hear like an echo through your background.
Okay, hold on. Let us see if we can fix that. Give me a second. You hear an echo. Okay, maybe now that will fix it. Let us see. Okay, Abdullah. All right, Abdullah. I think now you will not hear any echo. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's good now. Okay, so I came here to discuss the divinity of Jesus, so whether or not he was divine, and basically you were challenging Muslims to show Jesus isn't divine. Okay? So how Jesus isn't God.
What divine
And
mean?
I basically came with
Abdullah,
divine
what
means like
divine mean?
being God,
What divine mean?
being God, like being all powerful, all knowing, all that stuff.
What being God mean? What God mean?
Being that one necessary being. So basically, everything that depends on this
Can you
necessary
speak
being
slower, please? I don't
is God.
understand you. Can you speak slower?
Okay.
What can you, what is what?
So a God is someone who is all powerful. He is the necessary being in which all contingent
He's
beings
all
rely upon.
he's what?
Yeah, correct. So
He's all
I'll explain it
he's,
again. Okay, so
okay.
a God is someone who
Is Allah all powerful?
correct. But now you're kind of like shifting the topic now.
No, we are not. We are not. We are talking about the same topic. What's wrong with you? Take it easy. If
Yeah. We're
Allah is
talking about like whether or not Jesus is God. That's where I came to discuss. But now you're shifting it to Allah now.
no, we are not. Because first we have to agree, me and you, what is God, right? And then you said
Yeah, okay, sure.
is all okay. And when we
Correct.
say all powerful, is someone who can do anything, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can Allah do anything?
Can Allah do everything? Yes, he can do
Yeah.
everything that is logically possible, yes.
Oh, so he do things is logical.
That is possible, logically possible. Like example,
Okay.
if you ask the question, can Allah create another Allah, right? So can he create something that is like him or something that is eternal? Then that is impossible. So possible things, they actually don't exist, such as contradictions. If I tell you,
Okay.
do
Okay, hold on,
married bachelors exist?
hold on.
Okay,
Why
can I just
Allah
explain
cannot
my
create why Allah cannot create another Allah?
because it's a logical contradiction. Like
What does that
impossibilities,
mean?
they don't exist. Yeah, okay, I'll explain to you what it means. So real contradictions, right? They don't exist, such as a married bachelor. You cannot be married and not married at the same time. If I ask you, can you exist but also not exist at the same time? Can you do it? No, because those are two contradictions. A cannot be A but also not A at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, but
So
we
if
are
I
not
ask you,
deleting.
yeah.
No. You see, you are mixing things up.
Okay.
We
Go
are
ahead.
not asking Allah if He can delete. This is not the question. Can Allah create another Allah? You say this is impossible because it's not logical. Logical to who?
It violates the three classical laws of logic, which is the law.
Okay.
So the first law.
Can Allah have a son? Can Allah have a son?
Can Allah have a son? In the Quran, Allah says He doesn't have a son. So we believe that He doesn't have a son. But
This
can
is
He
not the
have it?
question. This is not the
So
question.
can He have it? We don't believe He can have it, no, because then it contradicts His scripture, and we don't
He
believe that
cannot.
God can contradict Himself. Yeah, we
He
believe
cannot.
that we believe that He cannot have another son.
Okay.
Yep, correct.
You just why he
Because
cannot?
wait, so are you saying like another son? Like, what do you mean by that? Like another God as well, or saying that? Like, what do you mean by son? Could you explain?
No, you do not know what son mean. I
For
mean, we are
example,
talking
like
about.
in the Bible. No, okay, can
Listen,
I explain myself?
son is a
Okay, so in the
son. Son
Bible,
is a son. Son is a son. Can Allah?
you're saying a literal son, or just for example, a metaphorical one, or I mean, I guess a
There's not. I'm not talking
non-literal
about
one,
metaphorical. I'm talking about real son.
a real son, and
Yeah.
that son has to be like, for example, God as well. Is that what you're saying?
What do you mean are you saying?
Is that correct?
I'm asking you, can
I'm
he
asking a
have
question.
a real son?
And that son is also Allah, or are you saying that he possesses like divinity? Is that the question? Because I'm just trying to clarify here.
My
Because I
friend,
don't
why
believe
you
that
are going?
there can be more than one God. I'm just
I'm
trying to
asking
clarify
a
here.
very simple question. son, don't go in circle. Can he have a son or he cannot? Yes or no?
I'm just trying to clarify your question, okay? When you say son, are you saying that that son has to have like divinity as well? Because if the answer is yes, then I don't believe he can have it. No. But if the answer is no, like his son doesn't have divinity, and there is still one God, then I mean that could be logically possible. That wouldn't be impossible. Okay.
So what is the answer?
It's like I'm asking you, what do you mean by son? Do you mean like that son has divinity? If the answer is yes, then no. If the answer is no, that he doesn't have divinity, but he's still his son, then it's logically possible. Yes. So
That's the
I
most
mean,
stupid
it
answer
depends.
ever.
Like
Because
how?
if the son, if this is the son coming from Allah and Allah
Okay.
is divine, then the son will be the same as the father.
Okay. So if the son is going to be divine as well, then the answer is no. No, that's possible. That's a logical contradiction.
So okay, so you are
Just
saying
like
to me,
Allah cannot be Allah.
okay, can Allah have a son without a wife?
Can Allah have a son without a wife? I don't believe that he can even have a son in the first place. No. And you're kind of
Allah have a
shifting
son
topics
without?
here.
Can Allah have a son without a wife?
I don't believe he can. I don't believe he even can have a son in the first place. And I don't think answering your question, no, he can't.
Okay, but you just agreed that Allah cannot be God because there is things he cannot do, and this is not about creating himself again. He is creating son. So if he cannot have a son
Can I explain?
as a creator, well, he cannot create anything.
Okay, I'll explain myself. Okay, something that is a contradiction isn't a thing. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran that He is the all-powerful. Okay, He can do everything. Correct. But like possibilities, so logical contradictions, they aren't things. Such as a married bachelor, right? So you can't be married and also not married at the same time, and you also can't be limited and also unlimited at the same time, right? A cannot be A, also be A at the same time. Okay, these are contradictions, and
Okay,
contradictions don't
you just
exist.
said
So it's
no
not a
problem.
limit. Okay,
You
because they
just
don't
said
exist.
you cannot say you cannot be limited and at the same time you are a person who have no limit in the same time, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, the Quran says in chapter of Al-An'am, verse number 101, chapter 6, he is the originator of the heaven and the earth. How can he have a son if he have no wife?
Okay. Sure.
Okay,
And
so your God, he himself is a question his ability, not me. I'm not the one who said.
I feel like you're just trying to
How
like
can he? It is him.
dodge the question, because I came here to just discuss with you if Jesus is divine, and you're just going through all these mental gymnastics and saying,
No, we
"Oh
are trying
well,
to
what does
find
it gonna
out, you
mean?"
see,
No, we know
because then
what
we
God means.
understand if Jesus is
Necessary
God
thing.
or not, because we are talking about the Son of God now. You see, this is the topic. So I'm asking you,
Okay.
can the God of Muhammad without having a woman?
He can't have a son at all. I already told you. So if he
He
can't have a son
cannot.
at all, then he can't
He
have a son
cannot.
without a wife
Okay,
at all.
listen. It is you who use the
Yes.
word. It's you who use the word. He cannot. Correct?
Yeah, because it's a logical contradiction. It's impossible.
Okay.
Yeah. Abilities
The
aren't
word,
things.
the word,
So
the word. Okay, the word cannot is a word can immediately eliminate the description of Almighty because Almighty God means
no,
the
it
one
doesn't.
who can.
No, it doesn't, because impossibilities, you can't be limited to nothing. An impossibility
What do you
is
mean limited
nothing.
to
Okay.
nothing? This is not nothing. This is not nothing. We are talking
No,
about
no, no,
can he?
nothing as in a contradictions.
No,
They're not
no.
things.
This
Okay,
is
so
not a
they don't exist.
contradiction. This is not a contradiction. Look, this is not
Okay,
a
can I ask you a question
contradiction.
then? Could I ask you a
Listen,
question and see how you respond?
okay, listen. You said there is not this. God can do everything, correct? Well, no, not
He can do
everything. Like
everything. Yeah.
you cannot ask,
No,
you can
I said
ask
he
God
can
to
do
do
everything.
something.
Yes, yes, he can.
You can, yeah, you
The
cannot ask God to do something
impossibilities aren't
illogical,
things.
huh?
Okay, so something that is illogical, like if we talk about very classical laws of logic, one is the laws of non-contradiction. So basically, that things cannot contradict themselves. Things that contradict themselves aren't things. For example, a married bachelor, or like God, right? God cannot exist, but also not exist at the same time. Why? Because these are impossibilities. These are contradictions. if
Okay,
you're going to have
let
a
us make it
contradiction here,
simple. Let
they
us
don't
make it simple.
exist.
Let
Okay,
us
so
let us.
how can you be limited to something that doesn't exist? Could
Okay,
you
you
answer
are
that?
repeating yourself. You are just repeating yourself. Let me make it simple.
So
If
could I ask you a question
Allah,
though?
if Allah, He wanted to have a son, is that possible?
If he wanted to have, well, it's not possible for him to have a son, no, because he's
Not
God,
possible.
and you
So
can't have another God.
even if He will, even if He have the will, if He want, you are saying this is impossible. He will not do that.
I mean, I could ask this question like, can God also not exist and also exist at the same time?
What
Or
does have
can
to
God
do?
become Satan?
What does have to do? You are
Because I'm telling
making
you
things
that
up. You
the
are trying to
possibilities
avoid
don't
the question.
exist. I'm telling
I'm
you,
not asking. We are not asking silly question about if God is exist, can He create? Is that this is stupid? I'm asking you.
it's a very good question.
If your
Like, could you
God,
answer it?
okay, listen,
Could you
listen,
answer it, please?
listen carefully again. Let me repeat again. If Allah wanted to have a son, if He have the will,
No, you can't have a
can
son.
He
No.
make that? Can He?
Bro, it's literally like asking disappear and also not disappear at the same time.
So
Like,
let me
I don't know.
okay. Let me
I don't
repeat.
know why you're
Can you
struggling to understand.
give me yes or no? Give me yes or no. If Allah He
I just
wanted
answered.
to have a
No, you
son,
can't. You can't
okay.
have a son. No, but because
Guys,
these are
be my
contradictions.
witness. He said no. Okay, that would be a contradiction. Wonderful. Well, this is the Quran saying so.
But could you actually answer my question though?
Hold on. Don't tell me now you did not hear the question. I asked you the question 20 times. Chapter
No, no, no.
39, verse
No,
number
I said,
4.
can I ask you a question?
Chapter 39, verse number 4. It says, had Allah wished to take himself to him. You said no.
Okay, yep. And what does a son mean? Like, does the son also possess divinity as well? Does he? Yes or no?
Listen, it is you who said, okay, this
Does
is
the
will be
son
a,
divinity? Yes or no? I
it
said
is
he does.
you, it is you.
I just
Listen, it
explained
is
to
you
you.
who say this is will be a. You say this is will be a contradiction. Everybody heard you. I asked you the question many times. But the Quran said, had Allah wished to take to himself a son, he could have chosen whom he pleased. If you want to do such a thing.
Okay, can I respond now?
What?
Can I respond now?
Go ahead.
Okay, so as I explained to you before, when you say son, it could mean two things. So one, the son could also possess divinity, so he's God. Okay, so he has the exact same attributes as Allah, being God. Right? This is possible. Okay, he can't, have that son. But if you're talking about a son who doesn't have divinity at all, right? So he's not like Allah, then that is logically possible. And I gave you the answer. And you need to prove that this verse is actually talking about a son who
Listen,
possesses divinity.
listen. What you're giving me now is a
And
joke.
I think, let me ask, okay? I think,
I ask you, I don't care if he have divinity or not. I ask you, can Allah have a son?
no,
I did not
that's
say, I did not
relevant.
say, no, listen, I said to you, can Allah have a son? You said, no, this is really contradiction.
No, but this is a logical fallacy. You're not
Okay.
getting the point.
In
Like,
the Quran here, in the Quran, his verse here, Allah, he meant he could not divinity. He can take a son who is not a divine.
again, when I ask you, like, what do you mean by son? You have to clarify it.
You
Okay, does
see,
the son have
I like it
divinity?
when a Muslim he play. I like it when a Muslim he play dumb. Suddenly now we do not know what son mean.
No, I'm not playing dumb.
We are
I'm just
talking
asking you valid questions.
about the Son of God. We are talking, if he is divine or not. So stop playing dumb. So Jesus is a son of God for the Christians. I ask you in return, can your God Allah have a son? You said no. This will be a contradiction.
Okay, again, let me just explain.
Okay,
Okay, so
and you
okay,
call
can I
me to
explain, please?
talk about, and you call me to talk about Jesus.
Yeah, could I just explain something,
Okay.
please?
Now, when Allah he answered, did he
You know the
say, I
Jehovah's
cannot?
Witness?
When Allah,
They believe that
listen.
Jesus is the Son of God.
When Allah he answered here, did he say? Did
Can
he
I
say,
talk?
I cannot take a son who is a divine?
Bro, can I just talk? Like, you seem pretty afraid of my answer, but either ways, do you know the Jehovah's Witness? The reason why I ask you what do you mean by a son is because the Jehovah's Witness, they believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but they don't believe that Jesus is God.
My friend, don't
Okay?
waste my time. You are talking to Christian,
Wasting
not
your
a
time.
Jehovah's Witness.
I'm just asking you what do you mean
No,
by Son
so
of God?
you
Okay?
talk
It could
about
mean
him
two
as a
things.
divine, and I am not a Jehovah's Witness. So don't change the topic. You
How
Muslims
do you
are
know that?
Jehovah's
Okay, can I ask
Witnesses.
you a question? Can I ask you a question about this verse?
Listen.
No.
Okay, listen. You mentioned Jehovah's Witnesses. Is Jehovah's Witnesses believe in gods, not one God, correct?
They believe in one God. They don't believe Jesus is God, but they believe that Jesus
True.
is the Son of God.
No, not true. If you go to John chapter 1, their first translation, they say, and the word was a God. That means there's many gods. Now, if I ask you, do you Muslim believe that angels are creators?
I feel like you're just trying to, like, dodge the question. I'm here to discuss if Jesus is
No,
God.
I'm getting you busted. In
And
Islam, and
no, you're not getting me busted at
in
all.
Islam,
I'm
angels
doing
are
an internal critique.
In Islam, angels are creators. Is that correct or no?
Could I just please my full premise argument?
Let me
Like, I came
repeat.
here to discuss.
Let me
I'm doing an
repeat.
internal
Let me
critique. You don't
repeat.
know what I believe in, okay?
Repeat.
Like, seriously.
Let me repeat. Let me repeat. In your
Wait, can I ask
religion,
you a question?
is the angels in your
Why does it matter?
is the angels in your religion creators?
Why does angels in my religion to be creators got anything to do with Jesus being divine?
I'm not asking
You
you
don't need
why.
Islam to defend your beliefs, do you?
I'm asking you. Listen, I'm not. Are they or they are not?
How does this question have anything to do with Jesus being God?
Because we are trying
Do you
to
seriously
find.
need
Listen. You see, you are in trouble.
Islam to
You,
defend your own beliefs?
you
No, I'm
said
not in trouble at all. I'm
okay.
just trying to ask
Okay,
you a
why
question.
you don't answer? Why you
I
don't
already
answer? And I
answered.
will tell you why I'm asking the question. Not.
Dude, I
Can
came here
angels
to discuss if Jesus is God, and you
is
shifted
angels
the
in
topic.
Islam? Is angels in Islam, are they creators?
Are they creators? Like, could you show me like a verse about it? Like, what do you mean by create? Like,
No,
by
look,
create,
listen.
there's two meanings, okay?
Anytime
Could
I
I
say
just
to him
explain
something,
myself?
he say, "What do you mean?" I
Could I
say
just
sun,
explain?
he say, "What do you mean?" I say divine, he say, "What do you mean?" I say angels, creators, he say,
Yeah,
"What do you
because I
mean?"
need to
You
clarify
create
definitions. I mean, if you're not used to philosophical
creators
talk,
have one meaning. Stop playing
perhaps
games.
you shouldn't be
Creators
doing
have
this.
one meaning. Creators have one meaning. They are creators, like what God create. Can angels in Islam create?
Can I just be honest, CP? I think you're just trying to avoid the question. Like, you know what God means. I'm doing an internal critique. Do you know what that means? An
Can
internal critique
angels
is
in
I'm going
Islam
through
be
your
created? We are
beliefs
still, by the way,
and
talking
if
about
they are
Jesus.
logical or not.
Listen, just to show you how you Muslims, you are
Is
really
Jesus God?
how ignorant you are. I'm asking you. Just yes, I will
Is
prove it to
Jesus
you.
God?
I'm actually I am in the process now to prove it to you. You are
Yes
just
or no?
very slow. So I'm asking you: is angels in Islam can create? Say yes or no.
It depends what you mean by create. Like, we have to like go by the
Creator, there's no
know
other
what
way.
we're
There's
talking
no
about.
other way.
The
My
definition.
friend,
No,
angels
in
don't
Islam,
make
I'll explain.
computers, so don't go there. I'm asking
Could I
you,
explain?
can angels create? Can angels create life?
Could I
Let's make
explain?
it simple. Can
Well, I
angels
haven't
create
seen
life?
any angels create life. But I mean, I haven't seen any
Okay,
angels
let
create
us go.
life. So,
Let us go to the Quran then. Are you ready?
but
Are you
I'm
ready?
I'm not denying it though. Sure, we can see. And I
Are
never.
you ready? You
Yeah,
said
sure.
you said you never saw an angel creating life, correct?
Yeah, but I said they don't. Okay. And
Okay.
there's two definitions for
And
create. Can I just explain?
do you believe in the Quran?
Hello,
Do
can
you
I please
believe in the
explain?
Quran? Do you believe in the Quran?
Correct. Yep. Yep. Correct.
Chapter 15, verse number 29. Explain it to me.
Okay, so when I have fashioned him completely and breathed into him, Adam, the soul which I created for him, then what do you mean? This is about Allah creating, right? Like,
No, it says,
Allah
it says, it says
angels.
from my soul. It says from Ruhi, from my soul. Soul of who?
Do you know what that means, though?
You tell me.
Yes. Okay. So this is referring to what Allah is. Okay, as in like He has it. For example, if I have a chair, right? If I own a chair, that chair isn't me, and that chair is a part
Don't
of me
speak
either.
fast.
So when
Listen,
Allah
listen,
says
Abdullah,
Ruhi,
Abdullah. I
speak
really, I
slower.
have
Okay,
difficulty to understand.
I'll speak
Speak
slower. Okay,
slower, please. You know, you
okay.
speak good English. My English is not that good, so slow down. Okay, I breathe into
Fair
him
enough. Fair
of
enough. I apologize.
my spirit. Who is the spirit?
Spirit. Okay, I'll explain to you.
Hmm.
So this spirit,
Go
okay,
ahead.
when Allah says Ruhi, when He's talking about His soul or His spirit, He's not saying that this is not one of His sifat. Okay, when Allah says Ruhi, just like if I say my chair, okay, if I build a chair,
My what?
I possess that
My
chair.
what? My what? Hold on. I don't hear what.
I'm giving
My
you
what?
an analogy. Okay, I said that I build
Yeah, I
a
did not
if
understand the word.
I built a
My
chair, right?
what?
Hey, what do you mean?
When he
spirit.
said, I breathe into him of my spirit. What is the spirit? Who is that
Yeah,
person?
I'm explaining to you what it's the spirit
Okay.
that Allah created again. And it's not talking about the spirit that He, like, it's one of His attributes. No, this
Okay.
spirit, it means that it's
Can you
something that He
prove?
possesses.
Okay, hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
something that He
Hold on,
owns.
hold on, hold on. He says,
Yep,
I
yeah,
breathe
something created.
into him. Listen, listen. I
Yep.
breathe into him of my spirit, not I breathe into him spirit.
Yeah, I said my spirit. Yeah, that's my spirit means.
Exactly. So when he say of my spirit, the
Okay.
creator is who? Is Allah or the spirit?
Allah, because He's the one who created the
So what
spirit
the
again,
spirit
and
does?
He
So what the spirit
blew
does? What the
into
spirit does? What the spirit does?
spirit. It goes into humans.
Okay, but it says my spirit.
Yeah,
Did Allah
yeah,
create
and I
his
explained
spirit?
to you what it means.
What does it mean? No, you did
Allah
not say.
says, could I explain? Could I respond?
Go ahead. Speak
Okay, so
slower, and I will
okay, so
listen.
yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. So again, my spirit, okay, Ruhi means that Allah owns the spirit, okay? It means that He was the one who created it. So He has
Where it says,
so basically
okay, can you show me that? Where can you show me where it says that he created the
all
spirit?
scholars say this. Yeah, I can send
Can
you an
you show me the
article
spirit?
by Islam Q&A
Oh, don't send me an
in
article.
the
Give me an answer.
Quran.
Give me an article. You give me an
Would you like
answer. Can you show me the verse? Can you show me the verse that Allah created his spirit?
credit His spirit? Like, okay, I'll explain to you again. So when Allah is saying that He has,
My
He
friend,
owns the
why
spirit,
you
okay?
need to explain to me something? Why you need to explain something when the Quran is the most clear book in the world according to Muslims? Give me a verse and shut me up. Can you show me a verse in the Quran saying Allah He created His spirit?
Okay, well, firstly, we need to understand like, what like Ruhi means. Like, how do you define it? Do you define it as in like that
When
He
I say
is one of His attributes?
okay, now you say, okay, hold on. You don't speak Arabic, do
Do you
you?
think
You don't.
Ruhi is
When I say Ruhi,
not exactly, no.
okay, when I say
Yeah,
Ruhi, it is something,
not
is
exactly.
something, correct? Is that correct?
Sure.
Is it,
Yeah,
is,
correct.
is this Ruh is inside Allah or outside Allah?
Okay, fair enough. I can ask you a question. If I say Kitabi, is the book inside of me or
Don't
outside of
change
me?
topic.
I'm not in
I'm asking
topics.
you, please, is this Ruh is inside Allah or outside Allah?
It's not one of Allah's attributes, so it's not within Him. No, I answer no. The answer is
Speak
no.
slower. I cannot understand. Is this Ruh inside
Like,
Allah or outside Allah? Yeah, what?
do you mean like is it His sifat? Is that the question?
Why everything I say, you said to me, do you mean, do you mean?
I'm
Suddenly you
just
don't know what
clarifying
I'm
your
saying.
question.
Is this
I'm
Ruh?
trying
It's
to
very
clarify your
simple.
question.
It's very simple. The spirit. The spirit, is it inside Allah or outside Allah?
Okay, I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish. Okay. Could I just explain to you one more time? Because we
Listen, is
differently.
the
Okay, so
spirit? No, don't explain. I want
could I
answers. You
answer,
see,
please?
you go in circle. You can explain after. Is the spirit is inside Allah or outside Allah?
Dude, like we need to
What's wrong with
like,
that
dude,
question? I'm asking
I
you.
don't get it. I'm just
Is
trying
this
to like
my
give
spirit?
this
Listen,
definition
listen,
straight down
listen.
the table.
My spirit, my soul is
How
inside
about we
me. It's
actually
not in
understand
my
what
pocket.
Ruhi means?
Okay, so
Could
when Allah He said,
could I
my
please
spirit,
understand first, probably?
is it is it inside Him or outside Him?
Inside Him or outside Him? He doesn't inside Him, no.
What? What?
And that's why I asked you. Like I told you that I'm gonna explain it to you so you can
Listen.
actually
Where is
understand
the
it. Because
answer?
now you're
What
not
is
understanding it because I didn't.
Abdullah?
Yeah,
Abdullah,
the
please.
answer is no.
I'm being patient with you. I'm being patient with you. Is He or outside?
It's not inside Him.
It is not inside Him. Are you sure?
No, it's
Okay,
yeah.
guys,
I'm
he's
very
sure.
sure. Yeah, correct.
Okay, he's sure. So how you explain Him saying breathe into Him? if it's not inside him?
روحي.
He
Okay, can I
said
explain now?
breathe. He didn't say just a spirit. He said I breathe into him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, this is why you're laughing, but I mean, you can't really. I explained to you. I explained to you like what this means, but you're still not getting it. But I'll explain to you like the fifth time or something. Ruhi, what does it mean? This is the ruh
Breathe,
is one of
breathe.
Allah's.
Listen. Explain to me the word breathe. Go ahead. Let us see how smart you are. Now he will say, what do you mean by breathe?
It's
Anything I say to him, he said, what do you mean?
how we breathe.
So he said, I breathe
Yeah, because we need to
into him.
clarify the
So the spirit is coming from inside Allah or outside Allah? You said
okay,
no,
can I
it's
just
outside
explain
Allah.
one more time?
So when Allah he breathed into Adam, his spirit, he did not
Let me
breathe
ask you a
from
question.
inside him, he breathed from outside him. Is that correct?
Ruhi, how do you understand the
Don't ask a
we clearly
question. You are asking the question
understand
I'm
at the same
asking.
time.
Are you asking me the question I ask you? How silly you are. Listen, I'm saying, let me repeat the question for
Dude,
the
I'm
100th.
can I
He
explain to you?
breathed,
I'll
he
ask you a
breathed,
question, but you're not even answering
he
it.
breathed
I don't like
his
answering direct
spirit
questions to you.
into Adam. Okay, when Allah he said he breathed, the breathe is coming from where? From inside Allah or outside Allah?
Are you saying that the spirit is eternal? Yes or no? Just answer that question. Is it one of Allah's
Are you
attributes?
asking me a
Just answer
question
that
to answer
question,
my
and I can.
question? Is the breathing coming from
No, I'm
inside
trying to
Allah
clarify
or
your question.
outside? What's
I'm trying to
wrong?
clarify. I'm trying to understand your question. When you say when
My
Allah
question is
says
very
my
simple.
spirit,
There is
how do you understand that verse?
inside my body. Listen, there's inside my body,
Oh my
there's
days!
outside my body. Breathing from inside his body or not?
If I have a book, is that book inside me? Yes or no? If I say kitabi, is
This is
that
not the,
is that book
don't
me?
change. And you see, we're talking about the spirit now. We aren't talking about hummus.
Ruh is
So
created.
when
Ruh
Allah he
is created.
breathed,
It's not inside of Allah.
is
No, it's not inside
don't
of
force
Allah.
me.
No.
You see, this is what you do. This is what you do. I lose my patience with you, and then I hang up because you talk like a kid.
The
So I'm
spirit
asking you
doesn't
for
have.
the last time, please, don't force me to hang up on you. People are dying laughing at you. So did he breathe from inside him or not? Either you
I
say
mean,
no. You said already no. You said already
I
no.
mean,
So
okay.
why he is using the
The
word
spirit
breathe?
is.
So why he is using the word breathe?
Why is he using the word breathe?
Uh-huh.
The spirit doesn't have to be inside him because it's not as attributes. I mean, for example, if he creates us, I mean, yeah, how he's in our creation now. Like, if he creates a table, is he the table now? Like, that makes
My
no
friend, what
sense.
table have to do? This is about to
If I say
breathe. This is about to breathe.
an
Listen,
analogy,
Abdullah,
it's a
what analogy? What the table have to do with this? Do you breathe tables? Do you breathe tables? What's wrong with you? I'm talking about a soul breathe from Allah into Adam. He did not, the soul is not inside Allah. And then I said to you, then why he say a breathe? So are you saying to us that Allah he took the soul from outside and he inserted in himself?
he
Sorry,
didn't
he
insert
inserted
into himself. No, he didn't.
in
No, he didn't.
himself. So he became a breathe if it's outside. It was outside, you said. It is outside. How he breathed it if it's outside?
Allah's breathing isn't the same as humans breathing. Like we don't. Like for
He
example,
breathed from his ass. What do you mean it's a breathe? You see, when Allah he says a breathe, it's a breathe. It's Arabic
is
for
it like you have
everybody.
lungs and you're trying to breathe?
Breathe is something you
Like,
do and we do, and Allah he use it for because we do too. So he is not using a language you don't understand. He is using a language we use for our practice. So when Allah he says I breathe, he is saying us I breathe too. So don't tell me you get this
I
wrong.
just explained to you. Okay,
How you
let me
explain to
ask
me
you this
something
question.
you
Allah
do not
created.
know? Listen. Are you saying to me Allah he used the
Could you
wrong?
just let me
He
speak?
are you saying he
You're just
used the
talking
wrong
over me.
word? Are you saying he used the
No, you're
wrong word
just
when
misunderstanding the
he
word.
said I breathe? What?
You're misunderstanding the word. That's basically it.
No, I did not.
Okay, I'll
Why?
give you an analogy. Yes,
No, you did not give me an analogy. You said the spirit of Allah
I'll
is
give you an
outside
analogy
Allah.
right now.
Is the spirit of Allah is outside?
Yeah, the spirit
Allah? You said yes, correct?
He's
Okay. How he
the spirit
breathed?
of Allah
Explain.
is created.
How he breathed? Explain.
How you breathe. It's breathing as us. Like he doesn't have lungs. Like when he breathes. Like
Okay,
I don't get it.
prove to me that this is not the same breathing. Go ahead.
And prove to me that it is the same breathing. I could ask you the same question. Prove to me that it is.
Well, because he used
Because
the
you're
word
the one who
breathe. Very
claims
simple.
that this is the same breathing.
Well, if it's
Yeah,
not the
but
same, that's
I
mean
mean, for
Allah used the
example,
wrong word.
if
If
God
it's
says,
not the same,
okay, I'll give you an example. Okay,
if it is not the
can
same,
God hear?
that's mean Allah have a
Yeah.
broken Arabic, and
Can God
and
hear?
he is using the word, the
Can
wrong
God hear?
word.
No, it's not wrong word
What?
at all. Can God hear? Can God hear?
What?
Can God hear
I don't
us?
understand.
Can God hear people? I'm asking you a
Here,
question. Can God hear?
not
Yes.
your God. Not your God. He
No,
cannot
no, no.
hear.
Okay. Can your God hear? Can your God hear?
Yeah, my God is a spirit. Your God is not. You do not need
Okay,
ears
okay.
to hear.
Yeah, exactly. So him
So
here.
now,
Okay, so
so now, no,
your
listen,
God's hearing
listen.
isn't the
Listen.
same as hearing, correct?
Your
Is
God,
your
your God.
Can I just? I wasn't done with
Listen.
my
Your
question.
God is a physical. Your is a physical being. Is that correct?
No, he's not. But I'm just trying to ask you a question, but you're not letting me finish. Is your
Your
God's
fa-
hearing the same
your
as
God,
humans hearing?
your
We're not talking
God
about
is a
Allah. We're not talking
physical
about
being. Is that
my
correct?
God. We're not talking about my God. We're talking about your God now. Your God has the same hearing as humans.
You're trying
Yes,
to
no.
create the embarrassment.
No, I'm
So look
not.
what happened
Give
now.
you an analogy which
Your
refutes
God,
the whole
Allah,
point,
listen,
but you don't want to answer.
don't for me to hang up on you. You see, you promised me from the beginning we will let each other talk, right? Right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you didn't let me
Look,
talk. Sure, but you can.
you are trying to jump, and you are the word breathe does not mean he breathed like us. Prove it. Go ahead. Don't give me a speech. Don't give me explanation. I want to prove. When I say something to you, I show you in the screen. Do you see it? Allah, he
Sure,
used an
sure.
Arabic
I'll give you the
word.
verse right now. I'll give you the verse right now.
Allah, he used in Arabic actually. ونفخت فيه ونفخت فيه
Yeah,
is I
I'll give you the verse.
breathe into him. Okay, so Allah, he breathed
No
how?
problem.
If his breathing is not the same as our breathing, that's mean Allah is using the wrong Arabic word.
Yeah, I'll give you the verse, which basically says that Allah's breathing is not the same as our breathing. Okay, I'll give you a verse that proves it. Just get it for you. Let me just find it real quick. Sort of, I think. Let me see it real quick. I can quote you the verse, but I don't know what like verse number it is. I'll find it for you. Though. Basically, Allah
Give me the
Azza wa Jal
answer.
says, give it answer. Okay, so in the Quran, right? Allah says, shay, وهو السميع البصير,
Sure.
means that there's nothing like him, okay, which is that his breathing is not the same as our breathing, and his hearing isn't the same as our, okay, and his knowledge isn't the same as our knowledge. He's merciful, we're merciful. Does that mean that our mercy is the same as Allah's mercy? God, okay, let's just say God, okay? Bring Allah up here, okay? Let's say God. God can hear. Humans can hear, okay? But that doesn't mean that our hearing is the same as God. The Quran says, which means there is nothing like.
Are you
so,
done?
yeah, so that
Are you done?
debunks your
You
point.
see,
Yeah, I'm
this
done.
is the verse you quote from
Answer,
me.
please.
The verse you quote from me is your prophet. You're a prophet. He stole it from Jeremiah 10:6. There's none like you, Lord. So, but this does not mean that God, he hear the same we hear is a hearing. Otherwise, this your God is using wrong word. If hearing is not the same as hearing, so when Allah he spoke to
Are
Moses,
you saying
did
that
Allah
God
he
hears
hear
us?
Moses? Listen. Did Allah hear voice of Moses or no?
Yeah, he hear us. Yeah, correct. But he doesn't have to have
Okay.
ears
So,
like
and
humans.
did Moses hear the voice of Allah too? Did Moses hear the voice of Allah too?
Did Musa like it doesn't say in the verse. I mean, all I know is that like Musa knows that Allah spoke to him. I'll concede and say yes, sure.
Yes. Okay. That's mean when you speak
No, I said
Allah,
I'll
when you say Allah he
and
talk.
say yes. Yeah.
Listen. Okay. So when you say Allah he talk, don't
Yeah,
tell
Allah
me
talks,
Allah
but
talk is
his
not like
talking
our
is the
talk.
same as our talk.
Allah he talk like us,
Yeah,
and
it is.
Allah he
It is.
speak like us,
He say.
And Allah, He hear like so we prove to you that Allah, He hear like us, and we hear Him too, the same way He hear us.
It
So
doesn't
don't play this
carry Adam
game. Don't play this game.
belong
So
to you.
now I'm asking you. So now
That
we came
verse
we came
belongs
to
to you.
the conclusion. We came to the conclusion that your God Allah, He can hear the same as we hear, and He talk the same as we talk. And now Allah, He breathe.
No, he doesn't.
Obviously, He breathe as we breathe. Otherwise, He is
Can I talk now?
when He breathe of His spirit. Explain to me where the spirit coming from and where it's go through.
Okay, just answer your question. Like, could you address like basic مثله شيء, like that ayah? Like, how do you
Speak
explain
slower. I
that?
don't
Was
understand.
breathing?
I don't understand.
Okay, sure.
Listen, Abdullah, speak slower so I can understand. You speak so fast. I don't know if you hear yourself. Even people cannot understand you.
Okay,
Relax.
I'll
Tell me
speak
the
slower.
answer slowly. Okay. So when Allah, let
Okay,
me
so
repeat the question for the last time. I promise I will not repeat it again. I will hang up on you if you don't answer. When Allah, He breathed of His spirit, explain to me where was the spirit and how the breathing is done. Go ahead.
the spirit isn't inside of him. Did he say how the breathing was done? He just says he breathed, but we don't know how he did it. Like, we don't question the kayfiyya, the modality. I don't know.
So did He breathe or He did
I
not?
mean, what do you want me to say? Yeah, the verse said he breathed into him, the spirit. Yeah.
Okay,
His
so did
spirit.
you agree
Sorry.
He breathed or not? Do you agree that He breathed or not?
His breathing isn't the same as us, but he breathed into Adam the spirit. I can see on the verse.
So when He
Correct.
said He breathed, is Allah trying to give us an image to explain things He did, or He is just saying a stupid thing?
No, he's just saying that what he did. Okay, but we don't question the modality of it.
Guys, He is
I don't
just saying what He
understand.
did. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you said that. I mean, guys, He
Bible
just
says the
told
same
us
thing.
what He
Like,
did. So
you're
so
insulting
what
your
He
own
did,
Bible.
what
How did
listen,
God create
what
Adam?
He did, you just
How
said
did
He just
God
telling us
create
what He
Adam?
did. You just said He is telling us what He just did. What He did, tell me. He breathed.
How did God create Adam? Answer the question. How did God create? I can ask you the same question. Create Adam.
This is the question in front of you. This is the verse about Adam. Look
No,
like you do
I'm
not know what
asking
I'm
you the
talking
same
about.
question, right? Because how did your God create Adam? Did he create Adam? Because he said he created Adam, right?
So listen what happened
You
now.
see, you can't answer
Listen
the
what
question
happened.
because this question literally belongs to you.
You're the one who cannot answer. Just don't make me hang up on you, you stupid idiot.
Bro, I
You
answered
see, you're
you the
trying to force
question.
me
We
even
don't
to
know
insult
the
you.
kayfiyya.
So listen. So
We don't know the
your God,
kayfiyya. We don't know the modality. We know
according to
he
Muslims,
breathed into
according to you Muslims,
breathed.
the spirit is Jibreel. According to you, this spirit is Jibreel. Is that correct?
The Holy Spirit.
Huh?
What? The Spirit which is blown into humans.
What?
I'm not sure if Angel
Jibreel,
Jibril is.
is it true? Listen carefully.
Yeah.
Slow down. You are not listening. Is this spirit is Jibreel?
So is Jibril blown into like people? I'm not sure. I don't know. Could you like show me like any reference?
You are not
Because I'm
sure.
not sure. I'm not sure.
You are
Yeah,
what?
could you?
Not
Yeah, educate me, please. Yeah, okay. You're the scholar, yeah. So you
slow. Did you just
educate
say
me.
that you are not sure if this is? Did you just say that you are not sure if the spirit is Jibreel or not?
I'm not sure if Jibril himself is blown into other people. I'm not sure. I don't know because I haven't read
I'm
on
talking
this
about the verse in the
enough.
front of
So
us.
could
He
you?
said, I breathe into him of my spirit. You Muslim, you claim that the spirit is Jibreel.
Okay, can I just? Could you give me a second? I want to open up like a tafsir. Wait, could you have that in for you? Because we can just read the tafsir if you want.
I will give you 10
Because
days. Go.
I mean,
Call me back when you are done. He will go to the tafsir now. And now if he come back with a tafsir, he will be in more in trouble. This is the most stupid, silly religion ever you can imagine. The second you the second the Muslim, they will do poo-poo. Literally. Literally, not occasionally. It is literally. Abdullah, when you are done looking for tafsir, give me a sign in the chat, please. So I will put you back. You see how stupid this religion is? This is what happened when you have a boss. He is a thief. He copies things he himself do not understand. So he copied from the Jews' stories. He put it in his book. And he added spices. And the spices, they don't match. Are you done, Abdullah? Abdullah, are you there?
Yeah, just give me like yeah, just give me like 1 more minute, and then you can pull me back on. Yeah, I'm just looking at all.
Okay, no problem.
15,
All right.
29. Oh, I can't find this verse. Wait. 9. Let's see.
How come suddenly the Quran is not clear for you now? You wanna tafsir? So why tafsir can explain to you, but you can't explain it? I thought the Quran
No,
made
the
it clear.
there's some mutashabihat verses which, I mean, like it doesn't
So is the
say
is the
everything. For
Quran
example,
is the Quran okay? Are you saying that the Quran, when the Quran says Allah He made the Quran
it
clear,
is clear.
He was lying to? Huh? Isn't the Quran says we
But every single verse is going to be
okay? So
explicitly
why you need tafsir
everything.
if it's clear? Why you are looking for tafsir if it's clear?
Yeah, if I say it's clear, I don't mean like every single thing is like the easiest thing to understand. Like this book, right?
So but you
You
just
don't
say
just
but that
like
mean that mean if you just said you do not know every single thing, well, we have the Quran in front of us. Isn't the Quran is enough for you or not?
yeah,
Is
the
the
Quran is
Quran is
clear,
enough to
and
be a
what it
book
means
of
is like
guidance?
generally it's clear. The
Is the
Quran
Quran
itself,
enough?
no, you need the hadith as well. You like you can't just be a Quran only Muslim.
Read the hadith.
It doesn't
But
work like that.
thank you very much. That means the Quran is a book of lies because the Quran says that this is a book, a clear book. We made it in clear details. And you
It
are
is
saying no.
correct.
But you are
To
saying
read it
no.
like
You said we need hadith, we need etc. Look how many times your God He says we made it the Quran in details. Read it. Chapter 6, verse number 97, chapter 6, verse number 98, chapter 6, verse 129, chapter 7, verse number 32, chapter 7, verse number 52. I mean, what the heck? And then
okay,
chapter 7, verse
yeah.
174, and chapter 9, verse number 11. And then clear, we need the hadith.
Okay, could you do me a favor and read Imran verse 7, please?
Listen, we will go
Because
there.
it actually
Chapter
explains
7, chapter
100%.
7, verse
Yeah.
174 says, and this is how we explain our ayat. His
Yeah.
ayat to you or no?
Yeah, so there's a few types of seer. One is from the Quran itself, so the Quran actually explains other verses.
But you just
Another
said,
seer is from the scholars.
you just said something. Okay, proving that the Quran is false. Okay, now what verse you want me to show?
Surah Al-Imran, verse 7.
Surah Al-Imran, verse what? 7?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us what about it.
Okay, I'll read it for you. It is he who has sent the book. In it are verses that are precise. They are the foundations of the book, and others are ambiguous. So the Arabic word used for muhkamat, another is let me just read it, mutashabihat, right? So verses that are not quite as clear as the muhkamat verses. So these verses are okay. So that's where you need like for example, the hadith to explain it to you, or other scholars actually studied, right? So scholars who know
Okay, guys,
better than me and
listen
you
carefully.
what these verses.
Listen carefully.
Oh yeah, could I just say one thing?
Listen carefully to them. Okay, hold on. Let me
I
talk
wasn't
now.
done
My
yet.
turn. Okay, guys.
I wasn't done.
Did you hear what Ali
I wasn't done.
He said that his book is messed up, and there's chapters in the
But
Quran
that's
are
not what
messed
I said
up.
at
Nobody
all.
understand what they mean. Yes, you said yes,
Nope.
and actually it says here
No,
that
I
this
didn't.
the
I said these are
chapter
ambiguous
of the
verses.
Quran. Okay, hold on. So are you saying to me when Allah He explained how He
Please,
created Adam, He was not telling us the truth?
no, I believe that like Allah did blow like His spirit, right? But I don't know what it is. Like, is this angel Jibreel? Like, I don't. I'm just
Okay,
asking you to
so
educate me
you
on this because you're a
Muslim.
scholar, right? So you
Okay,
should like
so
educate
if
me
I
on this.
ask you, okay, let me make it simple now. Is Jibreel a spirit?
Yeah, Jibreel is a spirit. Yeah, correct.
Where in the Quran it says Jibreel is a spirit? Go ahead.
Ruh is a spirit. Like it literally says in Arabic, Ruh. It
This is
translates.
not the
He's literally
question.
called
This is
spirit.
not the question. This is not the question. Focus.
Ruh
Where in the Quran it says that Jibreel is a spirit?
Yeah, let me see.
Wait, here, let me find it for you. You will never find it. Go ahead. And the funny is that the verse is saying clearly, I breathe of my spirit. Suddenly that one is not clear. And now you will find me a verse saying that Jibreel is a spirit and is going to be clear. I challenge you. Go ahead. Clear verse saying Jibreel is a spirit. Go ahead.
Let's see. Yeah, so you can look at Surah Al-Ma'idah, or Ma'idah, or whatever it's called. I can't read. Let me pull up Surah Al-Ma'idah. Okay, verse 110, and then you can just read from there.
Okay, read it for us so we can laugh. You said one? What?
Al-Ma'idah, verse 110.
Yeah.
Let me just pull it up on
1110. I mean,
my screen as well.
you mean 110. 110, right?
Yeah, 110.
Okay.
Yeah, 110. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Read it for us. Go ahead. Read it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Let me just pull it up. Let me see.
Uh-huh.
Or do you have it like pull up on your screen? Let me see. Yeah, I'll just read it from my screen. Just give me a second. It's loading. Okay, so it says. Okay, so 110. Okay, so that day, sorry, the day when Allah will say, "Oh Jesus, son of Mary, remember when my favor upon you and upon your mother when I supported you with the pure spirit." And this word, let me just find it in Arabic real quick. It says, "بروح القدو بروح القدس," right? So the Holy Spirit, i.e., the angel spirit. And if you read such as Ibn Kathir, just
let me
others,
ask
right?
you,
This is
where
specifically
in the
referring
verse?
to
Hold
the
on.
angel.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. You see,
Yeah.
I asked you
Go
just
on.
to show how slow Muslims are. I asked you which verse in the Quran can prove to us that the spirit is Jibreel. You said go to chapter 5, verse 110, correct?
Yeah, and read on your screen right now. It says right, Jibreel
Now
in
listen.
brackets.
Okay,
What do you see
listen.
right now?
Where in the verse? Hold on. Okay, where in the verse it
look,
says the word
it says.
Jibreel?
It doesn't have to say
What?
Jibreel specifically. It's referring to Jibreel.
Ah, it doesn't
I don't
have to
have to be.
say. It doesn't have. Okay,
Wait.
so are you
When the
saying that the hold on,
When the Bible, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on,
I can expose your hypocrisy right now. This is word.
Okay,
Who was it referring?
so are you saying not a single verse in the Quran says that Jibreel is the Holy Spirit?
Holy Spirit. Are you done?
What? I'm asking
Are
the
you done?
question. You are avoiding it. If there is a one single
No,
verse in the
actually.
Quran says that Jibreel, huh?
This verse literally says it. This verse says
No,
it.
where? There's no Jibreel in the verse. There's no Jibreel in the verse. This is false
I'll read it for you.
translation.
Okay, remember
You see, even the Muslim,
false translation.
they put it between the
False
brackets.
translation.
It
Read
is
Ibn
not
Kathir.
in the Quran. It is not. It is not in the Quran. Is that correct?
Who was it referring to?
It's not in the Quran. Is that
Who is it
correct?
talking about?
No,
Who
no,
is
it's
Ruh
not. Here we
al-Qudus? No,
okay.
not
Ruh
my question.
al-Qudus
Who's
is
Ruh al-Qudus?
where it's you. You are the one supposed to answer,
Look,
not
it's
me.
referring in
You tell
brackets.
me.
It's
You
literally
tell.
saying
Okay, hold
Jibreel.
on. Okay. No,
Do
with
you not see
bracket,
it?
you Muslims adding things to the Quran. This is the corruption of the Muslims. This is why between brackets.
It's not. No, it's not corruption of the Muslims at all. This is Ruh al-Qudus. It doesn't mention Jibreel's name.
Can we
Just like in the
find the
Bible.
word Jibreel?
Could I just give you an analogy,
Listen,
please?
dude,
Like,
I
let me
ask
speak.
you to give me a verse. It mentioned that Jibreel is the Holy Spirit. You give me an interpretation adding the word Jibreel to the Quran.
No, it's literally what it's referring to. Ruh al-Qudus. Okay, who is this
Okay,
Ruh
sir.
al-Qudus talking about? If it's
Listen,
answer my question.
I
Who is
want you
Ruh
to give me
al-Qudus?
you tell me,
al-Qudus
you
is
look like you are
Jibreel.
confused. You Muslims are confused. Don't ask me, ask yourself.
Jibreel.
Who
Read
is
all the
Ruh al-Qudus?
tafas.
Okay, hold on.
All the
Let
tafas.
us make
Ruh
it simple.
al-Qudus
Let
is
us make it
Jibreel.
simple. Let us make it simple. Can
Oh,
you
you're
show
funny.
me ever Qudus is Jibreel?
Yeah, that verse literally says it. Like, it
Where
doesn't
is
have
verse
to
literally? Like it's
specifically.
just
It
go.
doesn't
Just
have to
I
explicitly mention.
just lost my patience with you. You are just so stupid, so stupid. You did this is something you add. Just to change the translator is gone. In Arabic, nowhere it says Jibreel. You Muslims are really stupid. Stupidity is your religion. We just change the translator, we will find that the word Jibreel is gone. It's not in the Quran. No, Jibreel is the Holy Spirit. Nowhere. Not a single verse. So when we ask to Allah, He says, I breathe from my spirit. You don't know what the spirit is. Suddenly, but look what you just did. You just admitted that Allah, He created Adam by Jibreel. Guys, did he just say that the Holy Spirit and the Quran says he created Isa and Adam by his spirit? And this is his spirit. Jibreel. So the creator is not Allah, the creator is Jibreel. How are you doing, Jehovah's Witnesses? There's no Jibreel to be found here. I just changed the translator. I just changed the translator. With the Holy Spirit, I strengthen you. With the Holy Spirit, where's Jibreel? And the funny is, the Muhammadan, they say that the Christian, they changed their book. But the fact is, as you see, they are the one who add things is not there. They take things out of what is there, and they manipulate their book to make it a book. In fact, it's a Mickey Mouse in a book. Anyway, guys, I'm here for long, and Abdullah Rafiu, thank you for the entertainment, people, for centuries. And as you see, guys, they have no answer. They are so stupid. They are so foolish, and they don't know even what is a spirit is. And actually, just to show you how stupid what he just said, they asked the same question to Muhammad. Do you know what Muhammad said? We do not know. Only Allah. Chapter 17, verse number 85. They said to Muhammad, hey Abdul, Muhammad, what is a spirit? You see, the Muslim, they add words. Inspiration. The spirit is inspiration now? Hey! The word spirit is inspiration, unbelievable. So they are asking you concerning the spirit, say, the spirit by the command of my Lord. What the heck? They are not asking you by the command of who? They are asking you, what is the spirit? يسألونك عن الروح قل الروح من أمر ربي. And the funny is, he says, and you did not get too much knowledge except what, you know, they are asking you, where's your knowledge? Show us your knowledge. Huh? Imagine you ask a person a question and then he says to you, Allah knows best. But you are Allah. Where is the answer? Where is your answer? They are asking you, what is the spirit? The answer is you've been given little knowledge. This reminds us of when they ask him, uh, some they say they are three and their dog is number four. Some they say their dog, So they are asking Muhammad how many they are. Hmm? Hey Muhammad, how many? Look, there's a video actually of a Kurdish Muslim, ex-Muslim. He asked Ali Dawa this question. He says, what kind of a book? People are asking question. How many they are? He said, look, this is Allah answer, brother. Allah is answering because Muhammad is afraid to give the answer. He will be get busted if it's wrong. So he said, some they say four is number their dog, and some they say they are five and their six is number is their dog is number six, and some of them and they are making conjecture, brother, conjecture. It is unknown for what's unknown. Look, what the heck? It's unknown. Is it unknown? And he continues saying, look at the stupidity. And other, yes, 7 and 8 is their dog. Look, what the heck? And then say, my Lord knows best of their number. Like, what the heck? So what is the number? I mean, what this drama is about? What about you tell us the number and that's it? And why this is even important? My Lord know their numbers. None knows their numbers, say, except if you. Like, what the heck? A second ago, it was Allah, He knows best. And suddenly, none knows but few. Okay, tell us the numbers. Where is the numbers? After all this, where the heck is the numbers? So in the beginning, he says, conjecture of what is unknown. Like you just said that it's unknown. Then how a line after you say, none knows them but if you. So a minute ago, it was unknown. A minute after became few know them and Allah. What is the number? A Muslim saying, look, like this Muslim, he keep repeating the question. Amir is a smart. He is saying, let us put him in the. How can you explain one God when Jesus is seated in the right of God? This is the Trinity, Abdul. God, 3%. If you say that is impossible, that means God can be God. What is impossible for God? And this is our topic now. What is impossible for Allah? He cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend. The God of the Christian, he do not need a girlfriend to have a son. Mary, she gave birth to a friend or a husband. So what is impossible for Allah is extremely possible for our God. For our God is the true God, not a hummus God. Your God, he says, how I can have a son when I don't have a girlfriend? So what this God is saying, this is impossible for me. In order for me to have a son, I need to have a girlfriend. And then I will sleep with her. And then after we have sex, after 9 months, she will have a baby. This is for Allah. And the one who's saying that is Allah himself. So don't tell me I am giving wrong answer. Chapter 6, verse 101. He said, how can he have a son when he has no consort? So here we go. This is the logic. Your logic worked fine here. How can Allah have a son if you don't have a girlfriend? Perfect. How God is one and Jesus sitting in his right? Well, this is the Trinity. One God, 3 persons. Here, there's one God who claimed to be the God of Mary, but he himself, he could not have a son unless he have a girlfriend. And the funny, even Allah, he used the word consort, which is a girlfriend. So the logic is that God, he can without a girlfriend, for his God. But the God of Islam, he cannot, my friend. And the answer is in your Quran. Your God is a potato. He cannot have a son without. The people are laughing. Why you are laughing at the guy? I mean, put yourself in the shoes of Muslims. Come on, don't do that. So if somebody asked me, Christian Prince, do you have sons? I said no. Why? How can I have a son if I don't have a wife, man? That is not an answer of God. And that is telling us that your God is not God. For what is impossible for man is very possible for God. That's why we call him the Almighty God. Almighty God is not a name, it's a description of his ability. So, can your God have a son? The answer no. Hey, Abdul Rahman, I have to go really. I have some work to do. And you can call me next time. Maybe tomorrow we will go live. You can call me. All right. And we can have fun. This is different. Yeah, I think this is. Guys, please don't forget to download the video and share the video of Mr. Abdul Rahman everywhere. Let us support Abdul Rahman, who do not know what is the spirit, who do not know if Allah's spirit is inside him or outside him. Once he say it's outside, then we ask him how he breathed. This is a hilarious video, and our friend Abdul Rahman, he just made history for his God, and he make a mockery. And let us laugh together. Play this video for your kids and show them how stupid this cult is. Did we have a good time? Don't forget to subscribe and Patreon, feel free. We don't talk about it, but for sure your support is appreciated. 3 hours of fun, 3 hours of proving Islam to be garbage, stupid, silly, and 3 hours proving that only God who makes sense is the true God. It is possible what is God. If it's not possible for him, it is not possible for him to be God. He lost his ability. Qualification of God is he can do things we cannot do. The God of Islam, he cannot do things like us. He's like us. He speak like us. He talk like us. He have a logic like us, and his logic is stupid like us. How I can have a son if I don't have a girlfriend? And this is telling you how stupid the one who made this verse, because the Christian do not believe that God have a son because he have a girlfriend. This is telling you that the one who speak is stupid. He don't even know what the Christian believe. Not a single Christian believe that God have a wife, her name is Mary, they have a baby, his name is Jesus. So this verse is additional proof the limitations of the knowledge and the ignorance of Muhammad and his God, which is Muhammad. Otherwise, this answer does not fit with the question or the challenge. If I ask you how, I mean, if the Christian believe that the God have a wife, and he then say, okay, well, this is the answer for the Christian. But they don't believe even in that. Nobody believes in such a thing. So their God, he did not understand the Trinity. Their God, he think Mary is part of the Trinity. And this is telling us why this verse is there. Because this God is a stupid God. He don't even understand what he believe. I mean, a Muslim kid now, he knew what the Trinity for Christian is. How come their God do not know? So my friends, I hope we enjoy the time together. And until we see you soon again, we pray to the Lord. We pray to our friend Abdullah to, to his eyes and see the truth, and the truth will set him free. We pray for all the Muslims. We don't hate them. Don't hate them, please. Pray for them. And we will die laughing as soon they open their mouth. Because it's not them who speak. The devil used their mouths. He used the mouth of Muhammad, and he came with satanic verses. Even the Quran admit that Shaitan, he throw chapters in the mouth of Muhammad. Muhammad could not hide it to the point he have to add it to the Quran. And this is why Salman Rushdie, he wrote a book, it's called The Satanic Verses. And the Quran confirmed that Allah will cancel whatever Shaitan he throw. But then how we can trust that this verse itself is not made by Shaitan? Just to make you relax. He was able to throw it once. What is going to stop him from throwing it 100 times, 1,000,000 times? This is the Quran, my friend. It is a satanic verses, and the witness is Muhammad, and it's written in their book. And he claimed that not even a single messenger, Shaitan, did not throw satanic verses in his mouth. But remember, according to Muhammad, the fool, he said that every human being will be touched by Shaitan except Jesus and his mother. Except who? Jesus and his mother. Shaitan touched Muhammad. Shaitan, he speak in the mouth of Muhammad. If Shaitan was able to speak in the mouth of Muhammad, giving satanic verses, what is our guarantee that from the first day Muhammad was a satanic messenger? And at least at that moment, when he in his mouth, Muhammad became the messenger of the devil. And just to add one more thing, Allah, he made a promise to Shaitan that you have no authority over my good servants except who? Except the evil ones who follow thee. Chapter 15, verse number 42. So Shaitan, he cannot deceive anyone unless the one who follow thee. Not the good servant. Shaitan was able to deceive Muhammad and give him satanic verses unless he is a person who follow thee, which means Shaitan. So the Quran itself is proving to us that Muhammad is a satanic messenger. You have no authority over my servants except who are criminals who follow thee, Shaitan. Muhammad, he follows Shaitan, and the witness is the Quran. Who can prove us wrong? Nobody. Sir, have no authority over my slaves except those who follow thee, al-ghaween. Between two brackets, the mushrikeen, those who go astray, the criminals, the polytheist, the evildoer. So Shaitan, he controlled the mouth of Muhammad in order to do so into that category. If Allah told the truth, that Shaitan have no authority over his good servants. Do you see how the Quran help us? This is why I say to those people who want to burn the Quran, don't burn the Quran. Let us laugh at the Quran so we can save the Muslims and we take them out from the devil hands. Thank you all for being here. I hope we learned something good today. And you know, and Abdullah is calling me coward. I'm here for 3 hours, man. I need to go. You can call me tomorrow when I go live. And we will, everybody, guys, promised to Mr. Abdullah. Tomorrow, I will not even close the browsers. Is that fair? We will continue. If I go live tomorrow or the day after, we will continue from where we stop, because where we stop is amazing and enough. But we will go. I'm not going to, I have to go. I have work to do. So as soon we come back on air, Mr. Abdullah is more welcome, and I'm not going to close any of my browsers. And we will go back to where we started or we stopped. Jibreel, is he the Holy Spirit? And now you have time to find the answer so we can die laughing. Allah, he breathed from where? Find the answer so we can die laughing. If you came after 24 hours or 40 hours, you did not get the answer, that's mean you will never get an answer. So we cannot wait until we see you give us vision. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. Don't forget to download the video, and I encourage Mr. Abdullah to download the video and put it in your channel and show everybody how you defeated the Christian, and write in the top, Takbir, victory for Islam. We defeated them and they could not answer us. We did not know what is the spirit. I have no idea how Allah he breathed. I did not prove to him if Jibreel is a Holy Spirit or not. And the only way I can prove it is by adding text in English in the verse. It says this is Jibreel. So may Jibreel have mercy on you. Take care. God bless you and see you soon again. This is your brother Christian Prince, who was serving you humbly for today. Take care.